Annyeonghaseyo, everybody. Welcome back to Joker TV. I decided let's do something a little bit fun, a little bit different, and let's have a nerdy, nerd, joyful space area where we get to talk about the future of the DCU as well as the brand new Superman movie. So sadly, yes, this video will contain spoilers and really digging deep into the James Gunn universe as well as Superman as well as comic book movies, Marvel. There's a lot of topics that are going to be thrown around this way. I will say, if you do not feel comfortable with hearing Black people talk about comic books, or pop culture media, perhaps this is not the space for you and you might as well click off the video. You have been warned, viewer discretion has been advised. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into Joker and Friends. Go. Hello.
What's up, Black people?
Welcome to our incredible rewind of Superman as we talk about it, listen to the soundtrack, and fan out about the new DCU.
Beautiful. I'm so excited.
First of all, what would we say we were giving this whole movie? What's the score everybody's going to give it out of 10?
Okay. I'm at an 8.5, but I feel like I'm going to a 9 on Saturday because I'm about to go rewatch it tomorrow.
Okay.
That I think I've built the experience of what I want this movie to be in my head and what James Gunn has talked about and what David has talked about, and not what I want it to be and what others want it to be. So on a rewatch, I feel like I'll be able to judge it off of what they promised me, and I feel like it can go higher.
Okay.
Yeah, I pretty much told people, off my first watch, it was at an 8.5. I typically just don't go 10 out of 10 on first watch of anything. Even my favorite movies, I just can't. I usually have to go on some rewatches. But yeah, again, similar to everything that Vibranium said, like I needed to sit with my thoughts, gather them, and now watching it just fully invested, I think that it'll probably go up.
Okay.
Or it'll stay.
Malik.
100% on 8.5. I'm on my second watch. I could confidently say best Superman film. Don't care. Sorry, Zachary. 100% best super fit. Sorry, Zachary. I'm sorry, Zachary.
Go ahead.
Zachary, wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Not the Zachary.
I agree.
Crucify me. Best Superman film.
Best Superman film. I absolutely agree with that. I think for me, on first watch, I don't do things like a solid score. I always say the lowest I would go is an 8.5, and the highest that I would give this is probably honestly, I want to say 10, but in my heart, 9.7. I do see where there are things that people could dislike about this movie, and we're obviously going to talk about it. But the more I rewatch it, the more it has when you watch something bad, you just kind of yo, Loki, is it really that bad? I don't know. When I have things that I didn't like about this movie, I rewatched it and I was just kind of maybe I like it.
That ain't even nothing. That ain't really nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so this soundtrack is mostly by David Fleming. Yes, I believe so. And John Murphy. Okay, so let's listen. Let's relive. Let's talk Superman.
One big critique that I had for soundtrack, I wanted the humming track that was in the teasers. The humming version, I wanted it so bad.
I gotta agree with you. So I think, as much as we love this movie, on a very fair level, I think the only thing that bogged a point down for me, and it's why it's at that 8. Well, there's another point, but I feel like that's gonna be erased on a rewatch. But I do believe the excessive world building at times got to me a little bit. Yes, I knew these characters. Yes, I knew these teams. Yes, I know these rivalries. But the way, for example, the way the movie started, it was very Star Wars-esque. In this universe, 300 years, Superman got his ass beat. And it's lucky that I like the music being played on it. So I'm whew, this got hot. But reading all of it, I was damn. No flashback, no museum sequence of this is the first hero to come to Earth. These are the teams that have been established. Obviously, we're going to figure that out in James's future sagas, phases, whatever he got named called, right over Gods and Monsters, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna absolutely move past and find out. Obviously, was it the Themyscirans, Adelans? I forgot, was it? Is it Atlanteans or Adelans? Because I know sometimes they may have a different name.
Atlanteans? I mean, I don't know.
Atlanteans.
That's what I call them niggas in water.
Facts. But like, we obviously can't get all that in the Superman movie. But then I feel like everything they did shoulder, like Metamorpho, the concept of the Lantern Corps, Hawk Girl, obviously Hawkman one day. That was so much world building that I feel like I could visually see in people's bodies and eyes during my screening who weren't Superman fans like that or DC fans like that,
Like,
kind of blanking the fuck out. Like, who are these people? Until they did something cool or memorable that they were like, oh, now I like Metamorpho. Now I like Hawk Girl. Now I like Guy Gardner. James Gunn has that ability. But, can you still hold on to like the fact that you just took in all these characters, all these dates? Superman's been Superman for 3 years, correct?
Yeah, it's 3 years.
It's remarkable how much information is in this movie, but I feel like if your head isn't screwed on like heavy set for this, you may forget some of that and have to get reminded in certain shows and movies in the future. Oh my god, the music! I think the music's possessing her. Something's going on down there.
It got me. It got me for a second.
Listen to this.
He was having like a religious moment. It's really
I'm sorry. Does this not like bring y'all back to just being in the theater and hearing this?
I loved the music.
Cried. I think I cried. I didn't go hold you.
Apparently, there's like, I didn't hear this controversy, but some people were saying that some people didn't like that they went to the original motif because that's supposed to be John Williams' thing. I think it's beautiful. I think that's what makes it Superman. Going back to that root. I loved every time I heard this riff.
But the Flash can have Danny Elfman's Batman theme play like 5 times in it, man. They can calm down. They can calm down, pal. That thing is peak, man. Oh, oof. I see what you guys mean by them takes. I control myself.
I think that a lot of the discomfort with how people are viewing this Superman movie is because we've kind of gotten conditionalized with Marvel, that everything has to be connected and has to be broken down to you so that when we get to the bigger picture, all of this knowledge. But this Superman movie, in my opinion, was just a movie about a moment happening in Superman's life.
Yes. I agree with you. The
Malik,
Metamorpho stuff is hidden.
Yeah, Malik, your thoughts, your takes, taking it in.
I mean, even to that sentiment of like, it's not like a convoluted plot that leads to Justice League or Crisis on Infinite Earths. We gotta still remember this is the first of the universe. This is literally the beginning. This is the Iron Man for the DCU. So we're starting it off in the established universe, and I feel like it did good with the established universe. Like, hey, Metahuman has been around for 300 years. Like Vibranium said, I would wish, like it said 3 hours ago, Superman lost his first fight. I feel like we should have seen that. That is a con for me. Like, we just started when he's just sleeping in the freaking ice. Like, why not show it? Instead, they show us him going back and getting whooped again. It's like, might as well show the first time he got whooped.
I agree.
Hammer of Boravia. Yes, as you say this, it brings it to the
Boravian,
track.
like, I would like to see Superman swoop down and stop the Boravian and smash the tanks. Like, you just told me that. Show me that.
I was thinking of that.
Oh wait, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that is something people have like an issue with, is the balance of showing and telling. And sometimes if you over exposition us, it can be like a flaw.
That's my point.
I want to agree with that because, like, again, with how it was all told to us, written, I felt like that was something that we should have been seeing. But then, in my mind, I said James Gunn really wants to make a comic book movie. And if you remember the way that the Suicide Squad 2 was, the transitions of each chapter or each moment within it, how it had all of those words, I do think that's his ideal when making comic book movies. Because when it came down to like Marvel and Guardians of the Galaxy, one of the big things that I was really excited about to see James Gunn being like the DC head, is that he said Marvel doesn't give enough writers control over what they're creating, and that means everything is always the same. Like everybody has their own, nobody can showcase their own style to it. It has to be in this strict format. I feel like with James Gunn, we saw what his idea of a comic book movie is, which is with the words, which is like leading you into there. Like if you were to pick up a book and it just starts off and it tells you, and then you start to get into it and you're like, oh shit, Superman lost, what's going on? And you're just flipping. That's what the transitions feel like when they, like, the guy like falls from the building and then it goes to the cup. When it's Lex Luthor's Luthor Core top and then it like transitions over to the Daily Planet, they all feel like moments in a comic book of how you would have seen it jump. And I would be really excited for James Gunn to release like the panel board showing like how he got everything, the vision board for it, because that shit's probably beautiful.
Give me the gun cut. Give me the gun cut. I know it's out there. I know it's out there.
You kind of brought me with that, because when I really think about it, when I went to go read like Secret Wars, for example, I want to say like you open it up and it's like you just jumping right into explain. We into it. We're not really talking about. You can go and find whatever issues from other comics lead into it, but like if you start at that comic, like you starting where you start. And you showing what we seeing.
Even with like Lex Luthor, but like even Lex Luthor in the building where we show him and it's like doing the panel around the room and you see all of the people working and what they're working on, and then you see the light, you just see the baldness and the light, and he's looking out for Superman. That's such a comic book-esque of like how his head would have looked when they're looking at the TV and Clark and Jimmy and them and they're watching it. Such a comic book panel, and I just love like how he really brought the original OG golden era comic book character Superman to life. It said, this is the nigga. I almost said fuck Zack Snyder. I'm sorry.
Zachary
it's okay.
And
David
Zachary Snyder. I stand on that.
What did you get?
God.
It's not clocking to you.
Thank God.
It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
Oh man,
I think Zachary personally should shake Gunn's hand for washing the sins he committed on Batman and Superman. His portrayals of Batman and Superman.
Vibranium, this is your shit right here.
Listen. It was my shit. I'm a grown man now. I've grown up.
He said
I'm
that
with
from
the Batman. Listen, no, real deal. Zack Snyder, I think the damage he did really came from the physical level of Superman and Batman. Everybody's seeing that. They didn't care about the story. We laughed at the Martha thing for 2 years. I don't know if people like really remember that. That wasn't a welcomed event. Everybody laughed at that. But now all of a sudden, Snyder Cut, release a Snyder Cut. You guys were laughing at this grown-ass man who wrote this scene for you. So it's such a weird level of like a symbiotic relationship. They want big, powerful, strong Superman and Batman. And Zack Snyder gets, I don't even know, what does he get? You don't get no franchise no more. You did your little Snyder Cut movie, man.
I feel like
Rebel Moon. Okay.
And I think it was mid. I'm sorry. I hate to say that. I didn't like the Snyder Cut.
Watch it. The best thing Zachary ever blessed us with in cinema, 300. That's it.
Oh, yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. It's my nigga. It's my nigga, boy. He ain't mine. I'm sorry. The Snyder Cut was a little mid, especially when you find out the context of what was gonna happen afterward. What the fuck do you mean Batman impregnates Lois? Get that shit.
Yeah, his idea of his universe really was insane. But I also think the issue with the Zack Snyderverse and what people don't want to admit, because everybody wants to be like, oh, I'm a comic fan. I read comics. You don't read comics. Everybody doesn't want to fucking admit that you grew up on these movies, and that's okay to say. That's okay to be like, okay,
nostalgia.
maybe how I was introduced to Spider-Man and Iron Man and fucking Superman, because to be honest, like, unless you had like old TV playing on, your ass was not watching Superman the movie. That's for a different generation. Man of Steel was for this generation. I mean, obviously Renzo, I know, like, you's watching the shit because you was a nerd, but I'm talking about for the people who really became like a
Niggas can't watch movies. I gotta have a title.
You gotta be the streets, man.
You gotta be like
Like, dang.
I mean, okay, yeah, but yes. In hindsight, yes, because obviously, regular niggas that you go to school with, you ask them, hey, you watch the Superman movie, they gonna be like, that old piece of shit. No, I was watching X-Men, or like, I'm watching First Class. Like, okay, you got it.
Some shit.
So Man of Steel really was how a lot of these people got into DC, not even the animated like universe. Because if you like the animated stuff, you should love Superman.
You should fuck with this.
If you watch Superman the animated series, there is no reason you should not enjoy this movie. This
Justice League Unlimited. Come on,
this
man.
This movie, the two words that come to mind for me: Boy Scout. That nigga, every time an animal was in trouble, was saving. When that nigga saved the squirrel, I said, "This nigga is a Boy Scout."
I actually got teary eyed.
Conroy in my head say he's a Boy Scout. I heard that shit, and I was with it.
Thank God my Superman don't pass the buildings. Thank God my Superman don't pass the buildings and do Dragon Ball Z fights. Thank God my Superman don't get blown up with civilians and just horrified. Thank God. Yo, a street runner got killed and my Superman cried. Zachary Superman, 200 people got blown up. You know what he did? Flew away. All right, cool. That's what you like. All right, you like it. I love it.
So, this is honestly like low key villain level when we're talking about the themes. This Man of Steel is like this in my mind, and that's not a good association for Superman. That I hear this nigga like that's a bad guy, and that's like I don't know.
You know what? Hot take. I think this really is a test for like how much can you handle with change. Remember the 90s animated Spider-Man cartoon where there was that one episode where Peter had to meet all those different versions of Spider-Man. One had the spider armor outfit, one had like a Doc Ock thing, and Spider-Man had to like juggle with the fact that wait, there's other versions of me. That was the first Spider-Verse in like 1990. When I wasn't obviously I wasn't born in 1990, but when the reruns came out. And I was watching the cartoon, the concept of change and the concept of you're gonna always see newer versions of the same character, but don't hold on to the original or the first thing you saw when you watch these rests. So when I see people talk about Toby, Andrew, and Tom, instead of it looking at it like 3 different generations of Spider-Man that literally show off 3 different like archetypes. One is the stoic hero, one's the sleazy, nerdy, and the other one's like the geeky little boy. 3 different eras of Spider-Man, yet it's conflated to, well, Toby did this, and Andrew was this, and Tom is a Handboy Jr. It's so daunting to engage with conversations
but Tony Stark, God, it can't be a millionaire. His money don't mean shit. But y'all was mad at Peter Parker for having fucking money in the MCU. He's supposed to struggle. You guys understand what struggling is then, but whatever.
Bro, it's really hard to see people like try to engage with these type of different legacy conversations. And then now that we're at a Superman movie that, like how Renzo said, is the fucking like Iron Man of this shit. When you said that, man, that kind of hit me heavy because it is the Iron Man of this universe. And for people to move with this, it's good. Go fucking watch Iron Man 1, and tell me that's the peak fiction. Nigga, there's some stupid shit in that movie. There's some stupid shit. MCU has always been riddled with stupid shit, but it's because of blind time. We love it. I don't know why this movie was really held to a perfect standard. Not every movie should. As long as the director and everybody on that team came with their best, appreciate that. You talking, I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't appreciate when people were saying this movie was holding the superhero fatigue on its back. That's not fair to say. It really is not fair. That's decades. That's decades of shitty movies over like the 90s, 2000s, 2010s. You talking about 2025 James Gunn Superman movie fixing all that? Are you stupid? Don't do that. But it contributed to like real art at the end of the day. Go compare this to Quantumania and tell me which one feels like a real movie. It ain't gonna be Quantumania. It ain't gonna be the nigga beat by some small ants. You know what?
The problem is there will be people who rate Quantumania over this, and that's insane to me because what are we talking about?
Do that in front of me and see what happens. Do that in front of me and see what happens. It ain't gonna go well for you.
I don't even remember. What's it called?
Lots of marbles. This nigga.
Yeah. The only thing I remember, the nigga got small. I don't even remember. I don't remember what happened in that movie.
I remember the name of the character doing his thing. That's
Like,
real though.
By the way,
Yes.
side note, apparently, just outside of Superman, do you know chick who played Janet and dude who played Hank retired? Apparently, that was their last movie.
Oh my God, are you serious? Damn.
Yes.
No dead ass.
Yes.
I saw they retired, and then the post said that makes Quantumania their last movie. I was like, first of all, why does both of them retiring relevant at right now? And second, when did they been retired and we're just not? But anyways,
They were sick. I know that, especially when
someone said they quit because of that movie.
Shit.
Oof.
Shit.
I would. Shit, I would. I'd be working on the lighting department. I'd still quit.
Let me tell you what I wouldn't quit over. I wouldn't be Nicholas Hoult if I quit, because I know Joker, you had posted this. Y'all know who got paid the most?
$2 million.
And who got paid the most?
Got paid $2 million.
And they got paid $2 million. And honestly, he deserved every bit of it.
But that's because he takes a lot of roles, and like I think, to be honest, what also makes his performance as Lex Luthor more incredible is that he is in a lot of shit, but I don't think I've ever watched him in something and been like, oh, this is the nigga from something else. Like, I think about that in like the split second of that's how I recognize your face, but never like he has a definitive character. I think Lex Luthor now is gonna be, when they say get your bald ass in the car, I
That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy, bro. Nah, bro.
The nigga was mad.
Geeks,
I really was wanting to hear his speech, and then Crypto interrupted him though. That's one critique I did see someone say that I can agree with. James Gunn, this was probably the worst I've seen James Gunn do it, in that James Gunn don't let stuff sit, which is why I think the Pa Kent scene was my favorite, because it was like the one scene he finally let us sit in what happened. Because someone was like, sometimes it was an joke, and I was like, I just wanted to be in that moment. Which again, kid in the candy store, he was having a good time. That is an objective thing to me. Someone else might not mind. I don't know if I meant subjective, whatever the right fucking term is. But you know, so that's a critique of why I, again, first watch, I would say like 8.5. But again, an 8.5 is good. And like what Vibranium, what you're saying about like everything don't need to be the best thing ever. It's okay for the movie to just be good and not have saved the DCU or saved superhero
it did though,
fatigue.
but I just want
it has to. Here's the thing. It has.
We
to
could say this about Fantastic Four when it comes out, and we're all like, "Oh, that was a really good movie," you know, like.
Bro, I'm scared, bro. Superman was pretty good, and I've always thought Fantastic Four looks a little bit better than it. So if this was pretty good, fuck.
I'm expecting Fantastic Four. I'm expecting Fantastic Four to be like really good, but there's a part of me that realizes that this is a Marvel movie, and Marvel trailers are really fucking good. And then you sit down, and you be like, "This is not really what y'all sold me on."
That person walking in Wakanda and Infinity War. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, you bastards. But I gotta say one point before we run off. JP, I gotta agree with you on the not letting moments sit. One scene that kind of it hit me real quick with like I don't like that. But then the movie carried itself to like still be entertaining. Is that beginning part with Lois and Clark speaking about his morals and him speaking about who cares if what was the place that was being attacked? What was the country's name?
It's not a real place, so don't fuck it up.
I know.
Oh.
It's like not it's like that car something stand. What was the name?
Kazakhstan or something.
Let's say the good place, okay? So, but there's a part where Clark speaks about who cares if they have a troubling past that doesn't give Bravia the right to attack them.
Oh, and you're talking about the Jafaras or some shit, respectfully.
That scene was very powerful, and then it had to do that thing where Clark was acting like a dumbass that whole, like, part of the film. So he kept on, like, laughing it off, or I don't want to keep interviewing. And it really was upsetting because I'm like, that's a very powerful statement for a man to say, I don't care if I shouldn't do it, it's the right thing to do. And for him to immediately like, well, I don't do this interview anymore.
Can I blow y'all brains for quick? Because like I actually really love that. And this is like what I've been noticing. It was talking to like my mans about with this movie is that you know how we keep seeing the number 3 in this. 3, it was always, it just kept being 3. And obviously James Gunn isn't the type to really just put something in his movie for no fucking reason. When you look at the Justice Gang, that's a trio. There are 3 of them. Like when you watch, like at the end, it's like a Daily Planet newspaper, and it has 3. Lois has been together with Clark for 3 months. It just keeps coming up. So I had just kept asking myself, like, what could this possibly have meant, especially since I keep comparing this movie to the Batman. And in the Batman, Bruce was still trying to find himself as Bruce Wayne. Like, he believed that persona didn't need to happen or be of existence because his moral way of being a hero in Gotham was through beating people up and being very physical. But then he realized that that's no difference. Vengeance is not justice. There has to be some type of way. Maybe I do need Bruce Wayne's resources. When we talk about Superman, I don't think enough people put pressure on the fact that Superman isn't actually Superman's main persona. Like, that's not actually who he is. Clark Kent is Superman. Superman is also Kal-El. There's 3 versions of Superman that we know, and within this movie, we're seeing him try to, like, understand, okay, I'm Superman, and the reason that I'm Superman is because I came from Krypton, but my parents want me to protect people. That's Kal-El. That's who they wanted Kal-El to be, but Kal-El is supposed to be a killer because they're expecting him to, you know, rebirth the Kryptonian way, and he's going through this, like, low-key, what's the word? Like a midlife crisis because he doesn't know who he is. But at the same time,
wait, pause.
Huh?
Was that real?
What?
Was that little when Lex got the message
like
and
a
recovered
Voltron like type shit? Viltrumite?
Was that was real?
The only thing that
I think
bothers
so.
me, I guess. The only thing that bothers me with that, and sorry, because I do want Maya to finish on that. Thank you, because I wanted to know about the 3. The thing about that is they were like the best linguists and whatever. I was like, but what do the linguists actually know about like Kryptonian language? So I really thought that we were gonna get like that actually wasn't the truth, because that is kind of uncharacteristic of, you know, his parents.
Now, I do believe that is uncharacteristic of his parents. It's very possible that we can find out that they were wrong and all that shit, because still, right, while we're talking about the personas of Clark, Kal-El, and Superman, Lex Luthor only knows Superman. He got to know Kal-El. Lois only knows Superman. She knows half of Clark Kent, but in that interrogation room, when she's talking to him, she's trying to interview Superman, but he's giving Clark Kent answers. And she's trying to make him like aware, you have a personal bias here, and that is the issue in this. Though Clark is right, though his feelings are very valid, and Lois is like, yeah, I agree with you, there are still structures in the human society of how we do things that you're going around because you don't get it. And that's why when we get the conversation after he's looking for crypto, and he's like, you know, maybe that's the real punk rock, Lois has to realize at that moment, Clark Kent was raised as a human being. He doesn't even fucking know his Kryptonian side outside of what's in the fucking Fortress of Solitude. And that is only the stigma of, okay, I'm supposed to be here to raise people. The moment that help people. The moment that he realizes that he's not supposed to be there to help people, he starts to question himself, but he never gives up on humanity, hope, and kindness, because that's Clark Kent. That's how he's raised. That's why we sit in that moment with the Kents of who he really is, because that at that moment of the movie is the only time we see him in a place that validates his entire existence as all. Superman, Kal-El, and Clark Kent. That's my point.
What? Anybody who want the Jesus trope for fucking Superman, that's some Holy Trinity shit right there. Wait a minute.
Holy Trinity!
I just put it all together.
Holy
I'm not gonna
Trinity.
lie. See, you need to see the movie more than once, because like Joker for real just blew my mind. She really just blew my mind on a lot of that, because when you was like Clark, Kal-El, I was like, wait a minute, because Superman is technically not Kal-El, because Superman is the persona he's created to be a hero.
And we see Kal-El when we see Kara. That's the first time Superman is actually mature, where he's actually like looking concerned, because Kara is, you know, like older than him, but also mentally younger than him, and he has to have that dominant figure there. But he still doesn't understand himself. It's only 3 years.
This is crazy. Damn.
That second showing finna hit for you now, bro. You got all this in your mind. That shit finna hit.
Nah, bro, because you gotta spit with that. No, here's the thing: David's portrayal of everything. Because I agree with the 3 thing. I caught on to that quick. That he was playing 3 different people. And I'm not gonna run down what you just said at all. But
Yeah.
when I caught on to that, at that moment, I realized David was playing in a league that Brandon, Henry, Christopher realistically could never do. And it's like, yes, they may have attempted to be the 3, but they never nailed it. Something about watching David like cry holding the Superman robots, it didn't make me cry, but it made me go like, oh, this motherfucker actually hurt. These are fucking robots, and he's actually hurt that they're in pieces right now. And it was like the squirrel saving, blowing the dog, trying to not even kill the kaiju monster. Like, we could have put it in a playground. There were way too many moments where I was just like, this guy's trying to be as sweet as possible because he knows his limits surpass everybody. It was great. Hold on 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay. To just bounce off of that as well, another point, I'm gonna say it, Lex Luthor, when he's looking for the dog and he flips that nigga's desk, he only dented that window. Superman at full fucking like anger would have, he smashed through it when he's going after to grab Lex. He like, that shit wasn't even there. That is the extent of how he's still trying to navigate who he should use his complete strength on and who he shouldn't, who he should still be kind to and who he shouldn't. The moment that he realized Ultraman wasn't no real nigga, he said, clone? Oh, I got you. I love it. I'm sorry. I love this movie. Go ahead.
And honestly, yeah, a Superman who, you know what's funny, and this is probably why you fuck with him heavy too. He's what Mark is characterized as from Invincible. Like he's really still, even when you're seeing him fuck some shit up, because part of the reason he lost.
Like, yeah, Mark is trying too hard to be a good person.
Part of the reason he lost in the beginning was because he's just like, oh, it's a metahuman from Baravia, and he's not using his full ability because he doesn't want to hurt someone for real. God damn. Oh my God, this movie was so good.
Renzo, your talking points?
Like Superman portrayal, top tier. Lex Luthor portrayal, top tier. Crypto, you know, I would think like sometimes I would be upset about like a dog or a baby, multiple scenes in a movie. I'm like, all right, like I'm tired. I never got sick of Crypto. Never got sick of Crypto scenes.
You get tired of babies in
100%.
movies.
Yeah, just you know, like you
know,
know,
those looking at
like
Metamorpho baby, like, oh my God, they keep trying to save this little nigga. Damn.
It was good though. It was good. Like I enjoyed it, but I do like to bring up that point again. Like that is one of my main gripes with MCU, where there's somber moments and then they end it with a quip instead of sitting on the somber moments. Like one of my biggest gripes with Endgame is when they visit Thor in his cabin, and he's depressed, he's fat and everything, and I think the Hulk mentions Thanos' name, and he grips him like, don't mention that name, and then quip after like that.
It's like the Fortnite joke or some shit. Like
exactly. instead of actually diving into Thor's trauma of like, if I really didn't go for his head, if I went for his head, everything would have been fine. I would save everybody. Because we went right back to it when they do visit Thanos and assault him, and then he goes for his head, and everybody's like, Thor, why?
Did you say assault him? Did you say assault?
That man was on the farm. He was on the farm innocently doing his thing, and they chopped his head off. Yes.
That's correct term. They assaulted the nigga. He was living his life. He was chilling. They came at him. Cause mind you, how long? This is 5 years later. Nigga, yeah, no. A couple years back.
Yeah, you were supposed to been doing that. You had the chance. You had a
Beef was
chance.
squash. These niggas can't let go. This is so losers, bro. No, I agree.
Don't come 5 years later after I wipe half of humanity and chop my head off. What are you doing? That's weird. That's weird to me.
Damn, but even damn, that's crazy. I'm coming back to a conversation like this because I've always agreed with that sentiment. Like we've always had a struggle with that with superhero movies. We don't know really. Like I think Thunderbolts has been the last time I've seen a moment be like, all right, nah.
Yeah, full completely.
I'm all gonna try to commit suicide and like they ain't laughing that shit off. Like the scene with John touching Bob, seeing that he was being a dick to his baby mama, well, I don't know, wife, whatever's going on, and the kid, and he wakes up and he's standing off of a cliff. I was like, oh, this nigga trying to kill himself in an MCU movie?
I was like, wait a minute.
I was shocked. Even Yelena closing her eyes when the fire was about to go off. It's like, what? She wants to die. Like it was very brave to see a Marvel movie at that, but like a superhero movie be like, nah, these characters want to kill themselves, and what? You gonna see it? You gonna cry? It's like it was brave. Superman.
That's why I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Lex Luthor shooting that man in the head was brave. On a second round, I thought I had more time with him too.
I really did. I was like, wait a minute. They just
that shit kind of had me floored.
I was like, he really didn't get. I thought we was at least gonna make it to the third one. It's normally the third time the charm. Like, what are we skipped 3 that time.
You know what's crazy to say now? Ooh, I hate this feeling. I hate when I hate something, and now I love it. Fuck, you're right, Maya. I hate you. One of the gripes I had camera-wise was that scene when the camera was transitioning between Lex, the Baravian leader, Molly, and it was just going super fast, but like staying. So it wasn't like it was a jump cut. It was a boom, boom, boom. And I was like, it was nauseating. And I think that was on purpose. It's a nauseating experience. Superman is sick with the kryptonite poisoning. Metamorpho was literally crying in a corner because this man's about to die, and Superman can't save him. Fuck.
It's peak, bro. It's peak.
And then it jumps when it shoots,
and then it stops.
Out away from everything.
Damn.
And also, wait a minute. Goes back to what Maya said. It jumps out at that shot comic panel moment.
You could just see the kaboom or the silence, and then him, the way that it was shot with like Superman like being on the floor and like aching over. All of that shit as a performance felt very like comic-y. Like, all right, nigga, okay, you're Superman, your ribs hurt. But then I saw somebody say, like, not for nothing, if you had the ability to be healing while also hurting, that shit is going to feel like you are in pain 24/7. So of course his performances are going to give that, and of course he's going to give that because he's healing and regenerating while getting pounced on by a dog while his bones are breaking and all that shit.
Concept. And we've never seen that before personally. We've only seen Superman's body look like a sponge. Like it soaks up.
He gotta get his ass
solar energy.
Whooped. He's gotta be pounded on before him to have a little bit of like, ugh.
Hearing the audio of his bones popping back into place. Whoa. First off, that scene, I'm telling you, when I mean my jaw did not pick up off the ground until that fight scene was over. This nigga broke his arm to let it. By the way, that's Bizarro. I hope we're all clear on that. That's definitely Bizarro. Yeah. I don't know when like Superman 2, 3, Justice League 2, 3. I don't know. That's going to end up being Bizarro.
He's gonna come right back out of that like portal, either like dumb as fuck or from Bizarro.
It's Ultraman.
You said what?
It's Ultraman. Fucking Bizarro.
That'd be some horrible shit. He ends up in a universe where all of a sudden he learns how to speak, gets a haircut, and goes, "I've been coming for you, Kal-El." Well, you better be Bizarro, you dumb fuck.
I did forget Bizarro wise. I made a video that I haven't released yet that I was like, who y'all think he gonna be? I was like, is James Gunn gonna make him Superboy? Because I just was like, I just recently watched Young Justice again and was talking about it online, and so I don't know why I fucking had that in my mind whenever the moment that
it's a clone
and the moment that they walked up to the fortress and it came up, I had Superboy in my mind.
You want to know why though? Like it really is still up in air is because I don't believe that James Gunn wants to adapt characters that are kind of already adapted, and because we kind of seen Bizarro inside of like Lois and Superman, the CW show, I don't think I'm not too sure if they're even gonna really want to like do the Bizarro route or anything like that. But I don't know.
Can't do the Doomsday route. It'd be too early.
Yeah.
I don't know where the next road. You know what I mean? Exactly. I gotta agree with you. I don't know what the next road is. I don't know if it's Brainiac because I feel like Brainiac should belong with Kara. I don't know if that should be Superman sequel. I heard World's Finest has always been the ideal sequel for David. Personally, I don't know even about that. I don't think it should be smart to do another rendition of Batman and Superman or Batman v Superman.
listen, he got kryptonite poisoning. For all we know, he gets like kryptonite cancer, and like we have one last day with
Interesting lore
Superman.
is that there's not that much kryptonite on Earth. That I found that to be a little interesting.
They
I caught
said
on
that
to
there
that.
was none left. They said that
Yeah.
it's the item, which I want to know what the fuck
Exactly.
happened to it.
Hey, what the
What
fuck?
happened?
Somebody disposed of it. The Batman put it in the Batcave. Like, nah, motherfucker, this shit mine. It's not
Yeah,
on.
because you know that nigga always holding on. You know he always stay ready. He stay ready with it. But
Secret
Oh,
Harem
shout
is
out
a
to
crazy
them.
title track of this. I'm sorry. It just
oh no. Because speaking of Secret Harem, I did want to talk, especially like as you know, I mean, I don't know, Malik, if you also make content, but like if everybody is like content creators or doing this even right now to be online and the discourse is happening and all that. Oh yeah, this was hitting. I'm not gonna lie, sorry. Music is fire.
Steam.
I will say this track had people thinking that we were gonna get
Batman, yeah.
they heard that strum, but the internet troll aspect of it, the way, again, this is zany, this is kooky, comedic, how literally the public in an instant flipped over that news broadcast, right? And like seeing homeboy take off his Superman pin immediately, like fuck him, and like all these people who saw the headline and then didn't
and then
care
just
or flip the
stopped caring.
script.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is just like the internet hate mob, like when everybody jumps on it, and then for Lex to reveal that it's monkeys that are trolling online in the Pocket universe, I was like,
And
not
when you-
James Gunn coming at the internet people like this. Oh my god!
And when you
I
watch it
live
the
for
second time, you'll catch that when he's talking like in the room with the government officials and they're like, well, by public consensus, we can't do anything. And he says, well, I heard he's getting less popular by the day. It's because he got niggas on the computer talking shit about him online. Like that's his
That's
factual
how it really be
evidence.
feeling when people. That's how I really be feeling when people come under your post just saying some stupid shit. You just feel. You imagine a fucking dumbass the computer like. I think James Gunn made that scene intentionally for the people who he know act like that online.
Oh, absolutely. One of the hashtags, the super shit.
Sexuals,
You said what?
aka Snyder sexuals. Zachary's cult.
It's real. Now them niggas be crazy.
The only
bro.
time him
Oh,
talking is to make fun of Zack Snyder. The clips are gonna be crazy.
It's so bad because like you don't want to engage with them, but then they say some shit that you're like, you're doing this for engagement. Like I've been around the content game for so long, I know what it's like. You either need to be funny, informative, or you need to be a rage baiter. That's it. That's
And
how
there's
we
one of
all
those
boil
is the
down.
easiest to
But
be.
that's why, and
on.
that's why though people can't understand, and I mean it to God when I'm say you're evil. If you don't like this movie, like you are evil. I mean it to God when I say that. I genuinely just believe that you are just like a bad person, and that's why you cannot relate to the fact that Superman is just a good guy. Like it can't wrap around your head that this nigga might just want to save niggas' lives. Like
Usually I would never agree with, like back then years ago, like whenever like Thor Love and Thunder would come out, niggas was like, you guys just hate fun. I would legitimately blow up with rage. Like that's not what this is about. Like I don't care what you about Superman. If you don't like this movie, truly, I hate to say it like this. You're a rage baiter. You like to push people's buttons. You like to be intentionally
you just
negative.
want to be angry. Like
That's who you are. And if that's who you are, I ain't
You're
gonna
Lex.
hold you.
that's okay.
Still-
Like you go watch Man of Steel again. That's
Yes,
it. Like,
literally.
It's
Man
still
of Steel
exists.
and Batman vs Superman and the Snyder Cut. You got your three little boom booms
hey,
all right
exactly.
there. Please, we got one David thing. You guys have three Henry things. And you want to count Black Adam post-credit scene, you got 3 1/4. So the way I see it, you guys have a lot of content to enjoy your little Superman. Right now, people are enjoying this peaceful, hopeful, kind hero. If that's annoying to you, like I literally said, you got 3 1/4. Merry Christmas. You'll be okay.
You're literally Lex Luthor. Like the way that y'all are even describing it is like, bro, you just hate fun. Because remember, he's like, why do you hate me so much? It's like, bro, I
He
just
said, I did
everything
not
you represent.
I don't give a fuck about the war, nigga. I wanted you.
That plot reveal had me literally dying with laughter. He said, "Nigga, I knew you weren't gonna help. I knew you were gonna help, nigga. You think I'm stupid? That's how I was gonna kill you."
Money.
That shit was peak.
That shit
was
had me
peak.
so floored. Because at the same time, because because like again, animated series Lex still is down to the business, down to the money, and then he also hates Superman. For him to kind of flip the script of like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about the country, the king, the money.
There's a fucking rip for ripping the earth in half. This thing's like he's gonna go to it, so it's okay. Like, what
That
the
man
fuck?
said, I don't like you.
Quite
I
frankly,
hate that everyone idolizes you.
Quite
I'm
frankly.
a hater. He said I'm a hater. I'm a hater.
quite frankly, to all the people that are like, oh, Tony Stark would still be Tony Stark without money. No, he would be Lex Luthor. He would have got it from the ground up, and then he would become a fucking hater to anybody else that touches.
He would have hated
when
Steve
they
even
mention
more.
me in the names of Galileo, I throw up in the back of my. I feel vomit in the back of my throat. That nigga hates.
Said that nigga had balls.
That was crazy. That was crazy. That was a
That
crazy
man
line.
said, I want to vomit when they call. I tell you what, because I never really cared for the neurotic type of Lex in Batman v Superman. This felt like a perfect blend because like he gave out some of that little neurotic right there, but it was executed well.
Lex
When he was
Zuckerberg.
no, he legit was Lex Zuckerberg.
Dude, that shit was bad. Shit was
but-
bad.
To bring back Vibranium's point, where I feel like with this the Zachary lovers, so how I look at comic books is like, so I see where people like where he was saying like there's 3 different Spider-Mans with Toby, Andrew, and then Tom. So the thing is when you adapt comic books for the fans, at the end of the day, there is a quote unquote definitive version. So yes, there are different universes, but when you definitively think of Spider-Man, you think of Uncle Ben's dead and great power, great responsibility. When you think of Batman, 2 parents dead and Batman doesn't kill people and he doesn't use fucking guns. When you think of Superman, he doesn't kill and he tries his best to save everybody. So I feel like you couldn't appreciate the Batman v Superman and the good things about it, the Man of Steel, but I think it becomes a problem where a new Superman comes out like, this is not realistic.
Go, you ate that up. You ate that up.
No, this is a different version. I could hate on. I could not like Man of Steel because when I think of Superman, the definitive version I think of Superman is the Justice League Unlimited Superman, is the Christopher Reeve Superman, the Superman of Lois, where truth and justice is what he thinks of. Or if he crashes in the building, he asks the people, "Hey, is everything okay? Everybody's safe?" Where the kids come up to him and he grabs them, "Hey, how you doing, buddy?" You know, so
You could be a hero like me one day type shit.
yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I could appreciate Man of Steel. The visuals look good. Dragon Ball Z fights. I like Dragon Ball Z. Oh, he snaps next. Okay, cool. I guess you know. You know what I'm saying? It could be cool, but I'm not gonna hate on the other Supermans for being different. And I can understand why people won't like Man of Steel because when they read the comments, that's not their usual Superman.
Yes.
That's Injustice. We got a couple of versions of that Superman,
Mm-hmm.
but mainly
Dude.
Superman is about justice, truth, and he doesn't smash in buildings and just fuck
Bro.
everybody.
Like,
I
yes.
gotta agree, bro.
And when we say the fucking American way, when we want to bring up that fucking quote, he's not fucking
A human
talking about
being.
America. He's
Exactly,
talking about free
exactly.
will, what the American
Exactly.
dream was supposed to represent. And it's just like the way, I'm sorry, I definitely understand, because I used to be at that point where it was like, fuck Zack Snyder. Like, I used to say that shit in my head before bed. Like, I'm
Exactly. Fuck exactly.
like when I say,
Such a selfish way about like only care for yourself. Like even if your mom is in the situation in a couple of years, let that bitch die. And I'm like, what? Why the fuck would you raise a super powerful fucking alien kid to think this way? What the fuck? Like, no, I gotta agree with that.
Even gets to Man of Steel's
things, bro.
points of when like Man of Steel first starts and Clark Kent, he's walking around like, he's shirtless, whatever. He just left the sea and he steals clothes. I feel like my Clark Kent, he would knock on the door in the awkward scene where like, hey, can I borrow your clothes? I'm a little bit naked.
Hey, you clock it.
Superman stealing
clock
clothes
that.
alone is like,
Hey, I'm telling you right now, my Superman ain't gonna come to a nigga and be like, I need help rescue my mom, and then beat this nigga around for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Fuck is we talking about? You come ask nigga for help and then you whoop his ass? What? I'm sorry, Zach. I'm sorry.
While
Zach.
you
It's
were
like-
gone, I had brought up to the whole thing of because while we're on Man of Steel, the thing that takes Man of Steel away as a Superman movie to me is that relationship with his parents, with Pa Kent specifically.
Oh yeah, obviously, absolutely, and yeah, yes. But like, yeah, nah, I definitely understand hating Zack Snyder, but it's just like,
yeah, you were in the middle of that.
She's scared now. She's scared now.
So they hate Zack Snyder. You said that.
You said that and that shit froze earlier. We was like,
you know what? You little poster look like some nigga dragged you. So you grabbing that bitch for safety, boy.
Hey.
Oh my God.
I don't hate Zachary.
No, this thing.
I don't hate Zachary.
180.
I can understand like the feeling of resentment towards Zack Snyder on a scale of just what his era of growing up, because we're now all adults and we have access to the internet, so we have to see these dumbass opinions about people who don't get shit, and like it affects how we are also viewing things, because like, not for nothing, this should be a little bit higher than an 85. I predicted that this was gonna get scored in 85, but I didn't want to be right. This should have been like a good, like,
I got 91 from someone.
89 or something, cause yeah, like 91, cause this is a superhero movie. This is the definitive thing of a superhero movie. If I was like on TV, like watching cable, this would have been on HBO like all the time. They would have been playing this movie back to back to back. Cartoon Network would have been playing this movie back to back to back. That's what I want to feel when I'm watching something, not something that I have to debate. Like, okay, well, I mean, I guess I understand why he would be a dickhead. Like, his dad told him that is don't save him from a tornado because everybody's gonna see, even though he's faster than a fucking tornado. Like, I don't know, but okay, like,
Save the dog, but not me.
Bro. It really hits heavy to think about. Like, there's so many different like mediums of superhero stuff. We have the Spider-Verse animated stuff. We have our cartoon shows, our movies, like live action movies. We have all these different things, and then some of them are like dark, edgy, lighthearted, funny, serious. I do not know how we live in a world where you turn off completely any type of attention towards something because it's not holding the same exact tone of something you watched 10 years ago. What the fuck is wrong with you? Grow the fuck up. I love Tobey Maguire. Yes, he's my Spider-Man. Yes, I'm from New York. Yes, I remember, especially New Yorkers love Tobey the most because he came out post 9/11. And, that rallying of New Yorkers talking about, we fuck with New York. So, like, I get it. Grow the fuck up. That nigga played Spider-Man 20-something years ago. If 10 years from now they announce a new white boy or Miles Morales is the new face of Spider-Man, and there's still niggas chittering at the fucking fingers about this thing and that, we have to stop engaging with those people. Really, out of good faith for the community, we gotta stop engaging with them. I know it's furious at times because that this person's trying to rage bait, or they're fucking stupid, for the piece of the community. That's why, real deal, you guys don't see me that much on social media like that. I've been having to like find maturity in myself. Niggas be making me lose my mind. Yeah, like it was bad. Like looking, especially with Renzo, I haven't seen your content. Do you talk about like Marvel movies?
Oh, me?
Yeah. Did you talk about like Marvel movies or like DC movies?
I'll get around to it, but not yet. I really only have 2 videos. I ain't gonna lie. I got a Jujutsu Kaisen video and a DBZ video. I've been lazy, to be honest.
I'm gonna watch that DBZ video. But you're in the commentary world. The issue, these two know especially, because I've known these two for years. The issue you have with the commentary is you want it to be in good faith. The worst thing you can have is a bot comment section where people are like talking to you like Instagram fucking comments. Like don't talk to me like, "Hi Joker, you never pretty today."
Wait, I actually like my Instagram comments, so no shade, no tea to y'all, because my Instagram people be fucking with me.
Joker, stop it. I seen you comment about Ironheart. You be a video about Ironheart, and I seen someone comment, "Why is this baboon talking about Ironheart?"
You should see if you've seen my TikTok comment sections. Oh my God, somebody on TikTok called me a nigger. Like, so I fuck with my Instagram.
In the sense of ignorance to a genuine conversation you want to have. It bogs down the community. to where either two things happen: you isolate yourself, or you gotta isolate your community. And as I've been getting older and coming to TikTok every now and then, I finally know what it needs to be. We need to be about community. If a nigga says Miles Morales is not Spider-Man, then let that nigga stay in his corner with his little friends. If somebody says that this new Superman movie looks like fucking shit because Superman's not killing anybody or whatever, then let them think that. It's okay at this point. We gotta stop fighting for the right answer, because apparently for these niggas, there's no such thing.
See, I learned at a real young age where I remember I was a Star Wars fan, and the first Star Wars movie that really came out where I was older was Force Awakens, and the trailer came out. The trailer first came out, and it was Finn, and he released his stormtrooper, and you seen it was Finn and everything like that in the trailer. And I remember I watched it on YouTube. I'm like, damn, this is a dope. We're about to get a stormtrooper that's a Jedi. And I look in the comments, they're like, "It's weakness. Jedis can't be black." Whoa, brother. Samuel Jackson is literally, who are you talking about? So that's my first instance. I'm like, color matters in Star Wars? Wait,
there's fucking what is it called? The fucking fuzzy nigga. There's niggas like that that's Jedis.
Chewbacca.
Yeah, I'm like, you draw the line. You draw the line. A nigga with a blue lightsaber? I had not crossed the line.
Damn, when you put it like that,
there's
though.
blue people, there's yellow people, there's fucking robots
Ahsoka is
using the
orange.
Force.
Nah, there's the orange niggas in that shit, bro.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm 13.
It's Wookiees with lightsabers, but man, fuck if a nigga has one. Jesus Christ.
So I'm like, I'm 14 years old, going through the comments of YouTube, excited, like, oh, I know everybody excited for Force Awakens, and I see these comments where you don't even see nothing in the trailer. You just see a nigga take off his hat. A nigga, and they're upset, like, woke. I'm like, what? We about to get a 2014, 15 Star Wars. The graphics look amazing. The CGI looks amazing. Like, and this is what y'all talking about?
This being like a vivid moment
like,
for you as like a black fan of like pop culture. I just want to say, whoever comes across this video, like, this is a problem. Like, it's funny, but it shouldn't be funny. Like,
no, bro, because like him saying that, it actually made me like remember I went through that exact same thing. I'm not a big Star Wars guy, but I gotta agree, Force Awakens was something like crazy, my nigga. Like, a black nigga took off a stormtrooper helmet and he was holding a blue lightsaber, fighting a nigga with a Jesus lightsaber. What are we talking about? This shit looks crazy.
Let me clear things up right now. I'm no longer a Star Wars fan. Hate it. Rise of Skywalker. It was the first movie I went to the theater and I literally vomited in my popcorn. It was the worst movie experience. It's the first movie I ever witnessed where a whole theater groaned at a scene.
Yo, that's not
where Ray kissed Kylo.
A theater-wide groan is crazy.
Nah, the Skywalker scene did it for my theater. I think niggas got really heated at that. Skywalker. No, when she announced who she was, yo, my theater lost their fucking mind. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like,
second groan. That was a second groan.
Wait a minute. We about to have Star Wars fans up in this video.
I was gonna say, I mean, David Corrin is a Star Wars fan, so if he crawls across this video, I'm sorry.
He would rather. He said that he would rather a Superman movie again or be a Jedi Knight. He was like Jedi Knight. 100%.
Racism. Look what they're doing to your black fans.
Because we love you as Superman. We'd love to see you as a Jedi Knight, but they hate us. They hate us for loving you.
Put a Batman shirt on, Robert Pattinson.
It's so scary to like see us in fiction because we have to pray we're being handled, bro.
Me, I think I was working at the movie theater when Force Awakens was coming out. I was not big on YouTube and in the YouTube comments, so I thankfully missed that. What I never stood justice for was how they manipulated us, because that man never became a goddamn Jedi. But you know, that's when I signed up.
Let's get off.
I was gonna say, since we are still like listening to the soundtrack, let's really talk about what I honestly say is top. Since it's black people, what I'm talking about, top scene inside of the movie. Absolutely. This is when I said I don't understand how people say it's not a James Gunn movie, because this is such a James Gunn scene. This is James Gunn hands down.
Yeah.
Who thinks of choosing songs like this?
No cut either.
Actually,
That whole action theme, no cut. It was
that
no
shit
cut.
was hard.
Camera work.
One take.
Man, that shit was great, boy.
When he's in the T-sphere and he flies up, that shit had me rolling.
In the comments, someone said, why does Mr. Director talk like that? Too niggerish. What do you want to talk like an AI? Like a computer?
Yo, I told you we can't win.
Smart. Like,
We can't win, bro. We really can't win, bro.
Mr. Director is cool, but didn't like the way he talks.
Justice for him, by the way, because the last time he was in superhero media, he got done wrong.
Oh god, Darwin, bro. Jeez.
No, this scene was beautiful too. You solidified. I think I'm going to go see it again tomorrow sometime.
Thank
Seen
you.
that bitch at 7 p.m.
I'm working my ass off right now for the Superman fucking box office. No money coming to me, but you know.
I was gonna say, I think I saw something about how the
As
box
long as I
office
can
was
get a
doing, too.
sequel.
We're getting that sequel. James better not be on some Kevin Feige shit and worry about money. Nigga, make art. Make a
We
sequel.
better not
You'll
be
alright.
on no fucking this nigga shit.
Oh,
If
Matt
you-
Reeves better be cooking some generational, not even Batman. I'm talking media. Generation
And
media.
I personally feel like the Batman. I know we're supposed to be talking about Superman. Chill out, just cook with us. But I know that the Batman is, to me, is one of those comic book films that cemented the legacy that a comic book story can be a film, because I think it's peak cinematography as terms of a comic book. Everything about it is so perfect. But that's why I feel like the huge contrast in you not being able to like the Batman, but also you liking the Batman but not liking Superman is very confusing for me, because the Batman is praised for being a great Batman story, perfectly in line of his comic books, and his comic books are dark, noir, mystery, crime, that type of feeling. Superman is exactly that. What the fuck? If we're gonna give it the same type of credibility, then we have to look at how a comic book for Superman would have been made, what would it look like, and how could it come to screen in the real life? Funny, romantic, and fucking action. And I think that this movie does it down perfect. Perfect.
You gotta be honest though. You gotta be no, not you. Certain people have to be honest about what they want. They'll praise, like you said, the Batman for being a Batman movie. Batman doesn't kill in
Comic
this
book
movie.
this is it.
A comic book. But then, like I said, Superman has its people coming about it differently for Superman being Superman. So there's not a level of honesty in what they're wanting. They want him.
Liars. You don't fucking read comics, brother. Just say that,
It's I told you gotta know who you're engaging with. Even the Ironheart stuff, because I'm on episode 3, but I still got to hear about people talking negatively about it. I was shocked that wait, you guys honestly believe this is an Iron Man Jr. situation? And then even then, the context of why she is this character in the MCU, it pulls context from 2016 Civil War, when Tony said, "I'm gonna pay for every MIT student's dreams." Oh, she's an MIT student, so she got her fucking dreams paid for. Yo, I'm telling you, there reaches a certain point where
Stupidity.
you know that Guy Gardner. Oh, I didn't like Guy Gardner because he was a dickhead. We know Guy Gardner's a fucking dickhead. Don't engage in those conversations. Let those people think that they're smart. And unfortunately, if it gets tens of thousands of likes, if their video gets tens of thousands of likes and then you got 500, eat it, just eat it. It's okay.
That's what I had to wrestle with, was just even if they was getting all types of agreements, I got to I just can't. And sometimes I'm guilty. I'll be I'm not giving them the viewer the engagement because I screenshot it and posted it instead. But sometimes, I got to just step away. I got to look at the positive. I know I sent something in the chat for y'all. Apparently, for anybody who's trying to say this ain't doing as good as a Man of Steel 2 would have done, I mean, Man of Steel opened 21 million on a domestic Thursday for previews. We've dropped 22.5. So I mean, it's on track to,
You tell
you
him,
know,
boy. Tell him.
it's on track to do pretty well. I mean,
I'm petty.
I'm
I don't give a
saying,
fuck. If you don't like this movie, shut your ass up.
just let other people have fun. I know
Shut.
that's what you said too.
Yeah,
Like,
like
shut it.
no, literally, like why are you talking? Shut up. Nobody wants to hear your opinion.
I'm gonna keep it real. Not on a hating level as a nigga who was growing up off this shit, made videos about this shit. I am truly devastated at the state of the MCU. I think Doomsday is actually gonna be a bad movie in terms of story. I think in terms of visuals and seeing, the old niggas with the young niggas. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. But literally, guys, you know how bad this is. Remember from 2008 to 2018, that was the Infinity Saga. We're at that point again. We're at that point. We've officially hit that 10-year mark. We're at a whole saga. This shit has been horrible. The multiverse saga has glazed niggas like fucking Captain Carter, but it's left niggas like Sam Wilson in the fucking dust. Kang the Conqueror is apparently every Jonathan Majors, but Spider-Man is like 3 different white guys. Here's my thing.
That's another way they fucked up King.
Yep, clock that. Cause like honestly,
The multiversal concepts have been so bad that each project that has the multiverse attached to it, a new concept is brought up. What the fuck is a multiversal anchor being? We've never heard of that before. What do you mean a universe starts dying thousands of years later after Wolverine? What are you talking about?
Okay,
We've
so
never
you're
heard of
getting
some shit
into
like
the
that.
nitty gritty of why Deadpool and Wolverine is really not that shit. Cause like
Bro.
I didn't even think about it in that way. But you're right, cause we already called them Nexus beings in Loki. You could have just left it there. But now anchor being like
Justice, the void.
just saying whatever. They just making up words and we keep
just
going with
making up
it.
shit.
It's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, low key. Like okay.
That's a fucking funny ass video. The multiversal saga is Dungeons and Dragons, my nigga.
Like, have any of you seen the Marvels?
I have. I love the Marvels.
I
Not
like
too much.
Chill. For 90% of that movie, I genuinely enjoyed it. I thought shit was funny. I thought the action was badass. Why the fuck? And I'm talking about you. Since you guys have seen this movie, how do we go from garage tripping? Carol can fix his son. Oh damn, you guys is right. Help me up off the ground. Psych, I'm not gonna all you niggas out. I'm stealing your bangle. I'm going into space. I'm doing the Wakanda Forever salute. And then an X-Men multiversal portal from the 2000s movies opens up behind this lady. And then Monica randomly finds out, I need to go in there and close it. And somehow this is gonna be the universe that everybody has seen back in the year 2000 with my... Nothing to do X-Men or the multiverse.
And that's what though in glaze of like James Gunn, that's what makes me very excited again for the DC studios, because again, he said he doesn't want to have to force a writer to acquire something that happened in a different movie. He said all of these movies are in the same universe, but they're not in a connection. You can watch it however you choose to. And I think that's how superhero movies should be watched, because not for nothing, when Spider-Man, and I'm talking Sam Raimi Spider-Man came out, nobody was like, holy shit, I gotta go watch Blade. Like they were just like no, nobody said, like nobody was like giving a
Spider-Man too.
Yeah, like they just you just fucking watched like Spider-Man and just kept it in the sequence of those movies. You didn't really care about whether or not in X-Men would Spider-Man be appearing, because they're both fucking Marvel movies or whatever. You're just fucking watching the movies as is. And that is an element in superhero movies that I think participates to superhero fatigue, because you have to be all caught up and running on this track of like all of this content. Whereas the DC, I don't know, man. Like, I think they really are gonna be.
No, not too much now on the wondering, because me and my brother was watching X-Men. Like, why doesn't Spider-Man just come help right now? Like, I'm confused. Like, where is he at? But like, I mean,
niggas didn't go to watch the original Fantastic and was like, holy shit, is Spider-Man gonna be connected to this? No, we were like,
now the connected part though.
Jessica Alba.
Am I right?
Oh my.
No, that's what I told Megs. I had said that before he went to go see it, and he's seen it, he thinks it's fantastic. I told him that this movie has so many open doors, like between like Green Lanterns, Metamorpho, Justice Gang, Supergirl, all that. But while at the same
Me again? No.
Frozen, that I was like, oh, it's me. I was like, it's me this time. Snyder, chill.
No, this time
Chill.
it's Disney. It's Disney, bro. They said not too much, bitch. Recognize what kind of
but
video y'all making.
what the fuck was I even? I don't even know what
We
the
making
last thing
too
y'all
much
heard.
sense. I froze
No.
too, so
Oh, whoa! So we
it
all
was
got hit.
everyone.
we
That's
all
fucking
got
hilarious.
yeah. So they
That's
said not too
scary.
much.
But everything don't need to be connected is the point. This movie felt very self-contained while having so many open avenues and doors and roads.
Mhm. No,
Comic
I gotta agree. I hope Batman's like that. Truly, I know they want to go with the Brave and the Bold with the DCU. I'm really hoping it's actually under the Red Hood. I believe it'd be very smart to already have Dick Grayson be Nightwing, Jason lead into being Red Hood within that movie, and then have Tim be the catalyst for Jason's bitterness and anger about like Batman moving on and finding this new Robin. But we all know Tim Drake forced himself to become Robin. Batman didn't just pick him up and be like, "Hey, little kid, you coming with me." He said, "No, dude, you're acting very violent without a Robin. You're Bruce Wayne. You're Batman. Make me a Robin." This like that open-endedness. Now that Nightwing knows Tim Drake, and then they can go do Titan stuff. Red Hood is free. He can go do outlaw stuff. We do need, not in a sense of like the MCU, how it needs to pay off to a sequel, but these characters need a free road out of here. We don't need to kill Lex Luthor, kill Ultraman. Like, let them still have that capability that if James or any other director goes, bring that motherfucker back from that one
Bro,
movie,
the
it's gonna
Batman.
make sense.
The Batman.
I
I'm
was gonna say
scared for that one.
she
Batman.
didn't stop pointing.
Weird. No,
I was
I'm
gonna say-
saying like he is getting introduced into the DC universe.
Okay, so
because-
you're with me.
Well,
'Cause I think
James
he
Gunn has
is.
already said that he wants his Batman to be super serious, like not on any jokey type shit. And I feel like that is a perfect connection of what the Batman is, because his movie is building up Gotham in a way where in original like this. I feel like Superman and the Batman are both very original, like DC comics. They're their first like rendition when you see them, because Batman goes from being this guy who was not for nothing fighting niggas, criminals, street criminals, to somehow being in a scale of being able to fight Superman. This nigga was battling niggas who were jumping people on a train to stopping a fucking terrorist attack. Like the escalate of how he's going to go and how he's going to proceed is very DC-esque, as Superman going from fighting like saving dogs and cats and shit to suddenly fucking fighting Ultraman, a clone. Even he was like, "What the fuck?" Like this is like what you
That niggas had to find another universe. Hell yeah, bro. That shit was getting crazy.
Like,
I
it's-
gotta agree with you.
It's
And even
jumped
still,
up
in winning that
scales.
fight, nigga had to break his arm to knock that nigga into a black hole. He was like, I got to figure something out because I can't.
Yeah.
I'm tired, nigga. You're busting my jaw.
What are
You
we
broke
talking
another
about?
rib. I
Yeah,
need to get you the fuck away, bro.
yeah.
Because he's
So
still, oh my god. that movie.
one like incredible idea that
I think I think Battinson is coming too.
I would be like, if anyone can convince, like, please, like
I'm
James Gunn, like,
sorry.
please, because
I'm the one nay. I'm so sorry.
you're a hater.
No,
You're
ready?
a hater.
No. Truly, on 2 rewatches of the Batman, it is now my favorite Batman movie and my favorite portrayal of Batman. I do not want him interacting with David in any capacity.
But here's
No,
my
I'm so
thing,
sorry.
right?
I feel like
Because-
it's the contrast though.
So like my man Juice, he had this thought, an idea when he was listening to like one of these like comic creators talking about, or I think it was James Gunn talking about like comic creators or whatever. And James Gunn was saying how each DC comic, each character, there's so many different portrayals and so many ways that you can like write a story and add your own type of influence. And Juice was like, it would be really cool if with the movies that's how like each one is done, where it's like each writer and director really has their own brand of the character, and Matt Reeves' Batman is that. So if we were to do like a crossover, or like if like Superman were to show up in the Batman, he would be in Matt Reeves' view. Whereas if the Batman were to show up in James Gunn, he would be in like James Gunn's view, but they both have that mutual respect of like, this is how my character is. Like the angles, the camera shots, it's just like different like panels of each creator's view on the DC world, but it's still of brand. Like Matt Reeves is Gotham. You cannot touch anything Gotham. It's gonna look like this. This is what Gotham is. James Gunn is Metropolis, or he has like people who have their own fragments of Metropolis since it's so huge and so much different stuff. Somebody else is Bloodhaven. Like it's like, you know, like a really.
So you mean even if Pattinson shows up in a James Gunn Superman project, it would be his view of Batman?
Not like
He
how
is
they
still-
butchered like the Guardians of the Galaxy, because you know James Gunn was pissed about that shit with Marvel. Like he was so mad about what the Russo brothers did with the Guardians of the Galaxy that he had to write it into his third movie about how fucking stupid it was that they decided to kill Gamora and then bring her back. Like that is how much he hated the fact that them niggas touched his shit. I feel like James Gunn would have that same ideal branded respect when it comes down to what he chooses to create, because he's maybe he might do the next Batman movie if it's not Matt Reeves, or maybe he might have somebody else do it. But I feel like if you're gonna have somebody else do it, Matt Reeves has already done it in a way where it's like people want to see more of it. This is what we want to see, not like another Batman that we got to get used to. People are already complaining in that sense of like, so there's going to be two existent Batmans, which I don't have a problem with, but
I'm chilling on that.
the average consumer be confused.
yes.
The non-comic lover is going to be confused.
My thing is this. I think everybody here can agree to this. The danger with doing this, though, and like how you're saying, keeping the style of still, this is Pattinson's Batman. Don't make him goofier and funnier now that he's with David. Here's the issue that arises when you have genuinely two conflicting tones trying to meet in the middle. Take Daredevil from the MCU and how he's been in every other MCU thing related.
Mm-hmm.
His tone does not match remotely to how he acted in Daredevil seasons 1 through 3.
Mm-hmm.
When he's in She-Hulk, he's goofier and funny and hornier. And Spider-Man, we don't even really get to see him do any type of sequences. And then in the CGI sequences for Born Again, you feel the tone be drastically different than them seasons 1 through 3.
Mm-hmm.
With putting Pattinson's Batman in a very dramatic world like David's, how do you meet the middle? Because we can't have David's Superman and Pattinson's Batman fighting Two-Face and Penguin. I'm sorry, you're gonna put in like Solomon Grundy or Clayface, and Clayface is one that's being pushed a lot.
Well, I do think that like we still see these superheroes as like God tier. Like I don't think we have ever really shook ourselves of what Zack Snyder created with Batman versus Superman at the height of like Batman has to be not just look high techy where he can fight all these alien people, but he has to like already exist in a universe of that. I do think that it would be interesting to see how Gotham develops in a way to keep up with an idea like Metropolis, like especially in the Batman when we know that like the Venom juice already exists because fucking Batman took that shit to fight goons. He fought his first pack of henchmen in the Batman, and they were fan streamers. Like what? They were DDG fans, just like yo, I want to shoot up some niggas. Like that is literally how the Riddler got his. That is an origin of how henchmen are henchmen. Like Lex Luthor's henchmen happen to work for him. They're like, what?
That is true. That is
is a
true.
bunch of just computer tech people who just
I'm
behind the
dead.
keyboard.
She said DDG.
And how often do we see like henchmen be portrayed where they all are wearing the same clothes like they were in the Batman, or at least in Lex Luthor's thing, they're all in the same suits and they at least have a little bit of them that have a bit of character. Usually when we see these henchmen, they're just like guys that are like in like robber masks or like the regular mercenary
You think of
outfit.
Christopher Nolan's goons?
Yeah,
in The
or
Dark Knight.
like yeah. Or in Zack Snyder when Batman is just driving through, there's nobody memorable for who he's
These
fighting
niggas in
against.
suits.
Like
These niggas in suits and jackets. Yeah, I know what you
niggas
mean.
in camo
Yeah.
pants and black t-shirts that have guns.
You're right. Oh, no, I fully see what you mean now. There was an identity
Yes.
in Superman and Batman
In
with these
both of them,
villains or
yes.
goons.
I don't feel like
Okay.
there's, I mean, obviously there probably is another writer or another director that can bring Batman to life, but I liked with what the Batman did in terms of how small it was. The same way with what we're doing with Superman, it's how small he is. In Superman, it's a perfect timing for it to be 3 years into his career, him having an identity crisis, and then on top of that, him making superheroes question their own identity. Like, why are we doing this if not to be like Superman, where people have a flag and they're waving it around wanting our help? This is what we should represent. Superman represents hope, but he represents superheroes as well, being a hero. And he inspired Green Lantern, though against the Lantern Corps vows, because, you know, like, intergalactic fucking war with like America or whatever. He decided, I'm gonna just go out there and I'm gonna just do my little shit, and if I have to face the consequences of my actions, I'm gonna face the consequences of my actions, but I can do that. Superman.
It's just crazy to think about. We got to go through a Trinity, bro. Like, we did this already with Ben, Henry, and Gal, and now we have to have a new Trinity. And I think that kind of scares me the most. Like, a Justice League, I hate to say it, the same way with like an Avengers or Thunderbolts or Fantastic Four or X-Men, you're gonna have your favorites. Yes, everybody either may have a great performance or some may be bogged down. It doesn't matter. You're gonna have your favorites. When it comes to a Trinity, though, that is your like 3D defense stepping up to plate. When you think of Endgame and that scene where Thanos is sitting down and it's Tony, Thor, and Steve pulling up, that's the Trinity, boy. Them niggas is ready. Like, I was something. Let's scrap this thing, see if we can win.
Big 3 type shit.
Getting that 3, that 3 shit too. Having this Trinity, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, it kind of scares me because, like, whoa, last time we did this was pretty shit. And like, you already nailed Superman. He stuck the landing, and realistically, in an Elseworld sense with Batman, you nailed him. But in collaborative sense, I need all 3 to be a banger. I need the Wonder Woman movie that comes out, whether 2028, whatever the fuck. I need this shit to be something about not her wanting to fucking love a nigga. Why was 2 of her movies about her loving a nigga? Oh my god. That's all that. Yo, I've had talks with Wonder Woman fans recently. My girlfriend, she's been getting into more comic book, DC, Marvel stuff, and I've been trying to navigate her in a world where women can integrate with this stuff, because unfortunately, a lot of girl characters are written in weird ways. Incest, sexual assault, or loving a nigga relentlessly, or some bullshit. So I try to navigate her in a way to not find dumbass stories like that, because, you know, we're all Spider-Man fans or Wolverine fans. We don't have to worry about dumbass stories like that. These niggas are doing cool shit. So like, finding out with recently with Wonder Woman fans, yo, niggas written like a fucking box and almost everything, and it's like only absolute Wonder Woman recently where she's been able to shine in a different light because she's with Cersei and all types of stuff. I'm hoping with this new Wonder Woman, let her be like the shawty of Themyscira. She don't fuck with niggas. She barely likes Superman and Batman. They gotta be on some like true heroic shit for her to be like, damn, you guys may be a cut above the grass.
The Future State Wonder Woman is also really good. Like, they're those short branded. What a good time. Future State was a great time for me. I was collecting.
That was a very, very quick segment in DC's history.
Very quick, but one of their best. But
that was a quickie, boy. That and the Rebirth, those things were thrown.
That's why
in
niggas
and
don't
out.
be wanting to fucking read comics, brother. Like, please let me watch a fucking movie that is comically accurate so I can feel what I'm supposed to feel, but be a little bit lazy. That's what the whole like turning a book into a movie is supposed to be about. So I feel like that's the same transition with comic books. Although movie books low-key suck sometimes. Not Narnia though.
I'm dead. This is not you, baby. Not you, baby. You know what really scares me though? But like, Marvel has this really bad job of integrating MCU stuff into their comics. Kamala in the MCU became a mutant, so then randomly in the comics, Shawty died in the Spider-Man comic, got reborn as a mutant. Why did that happen around the exact same time? Coincidence? I think it's a lot of shit. Like constant stuff. Drax's approach to conversations in the comics, he's more of a dumbass. Star-Lord's voice and face, and even cartoons and video games, Marvel Rivals, the nigga sounds like Chris Pratt.
That sound like Chris.
So I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You're like, it's bad now. There's like a cemented hold that these characters have from movies. And it kind of scares me that I'm hoping James Gunn saw that. And when it comes to now the future of Superman in these comics, hey, he can still be a little bit more violent than David. And that's okay. Just don't make his face start looking like David. Don't have games, or I don't know. DC doesn't make games like that. But whatever the fuck comes out in the future, I'm hoping it still has its own identity. That it's not David Cornsweat with a slightly textured face, and it's just not David Cornsweat. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let this be a completely own original Superman.
Renzo?
That's one thing I am concerned with. I don't know how much James still feels about it, but back when he first came on to DC, he was saying that characters were going to persist as far as actors and voice acting through shows, games, and I was kind of like, all right, but like, then how we gonna get scheduling of shit? Like, when the fuck they gonna have time to film the voice for the game, do their other work, and come and do a movie? Like,
that's it.
Right, bro.
You know what? That sounds like a perfect world to me. Slavery. If you're gonna sit here and bring, if you're gonna bring a comic book character to life, your ass better be fucking dedicated to it. You don't get to quit. Like, what are you don't get? You don't get when you
Let
become
me cast my ass Storm, bro. It's Raps, nigga. We ain't never gonna hear from you again, bro.
When you fucking work at a job, you don't just get to fucking quit, bro. Like, especially if you don't work hard to like get the position and you getting high paid money, nigga. You don't get to have a second job. This is what we paying you for, nigga. So you gonna go in that studio and you gonna say your animated lines, and then you gonna go next door and you gonna film for that one cameo in the TV show, and then you're gonna go across the lot and you're gonna start working on your fucking movie. And that's how it need to persist, because guess what? We need to be getting to a point where, yes, every year we're at least getting 1 to 2, maybe 3 comic book movies in the same breath of every January there's this new random like comedy for black people. Every March there's this really good movie made by a black director, and then we start to follow into a movie made by a white man named Christopher Nolan's. Like, in the same order we have in those directors releasing their shits, we need to have that shit with comic book movies. Let that shit keep going. We take way too fucking long for a second movie of this. What, nigga? He should have got off the lot after the Batman and started filming the Batman Part 2. What are we waiting for? A script?
And that is why I think he's coming to the fold. I think that they were trying to figure out the direction for Batman, and they were like, you know what? We can figure out the brave and the bold.
K-pop idols don't sleep.
Still keeping this.
Okay, like, they don't sleep. They released that album and then they start working on the next motherfucking comeback. That's what I want to see with my superhero factories. If you're gonna be signing up to this shit, you getting, nigga. First of all, you know what? This is a Superman 2025 T-shirt. That's money on David Cornsweat's fucking paycheck. Like, what are we talking about? I bought $75 tickets. That's money going to his paycheck. He's getting paid for this shit. What are we?
Jedi, nigga, you're Superman for life.
She said,
sorry.
She said, hey, I know that thing is why Tobey Maguire gets mad about Spider-Man, because everybody always wanted him to be Spider-Man and he want to do other stuff. She said, yeah, fuck that. If you signed up,
bring that shit back. See how fast the movies came out when niggas stuck to one role? How many Transformer movies did we get in a decade because Shia LaBeouf wanted to be Sam Witwicky? What are we talking about? Like Iron Man? What? Because he wanted to be Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr. ain't had shit else going on. And look how that shit turned out. This nigga don't need the Odyssey. Get your ass off the boat. What are you talking about?
Mickey 17.
Yeah.
Mickey 17 was
You niggas are goofy, bro. You niggas are goofy.
Mickey 17 was a good movie.
No, that shit was a good movie.
I'm glad you was a part of that for real, but at the same time, it's like a part of going to Mickey 17. Your ass should have been driving to the Batman Part 2. That's the work we finna need to be on if you're gonna be qualified to be in a Marvel movie. I'm not waiting around your schedule. You're working around ours. What are we talking about?
What the fuck, y'all, nigga? Don't tell like no damn feeling, bro. That's what these niggas start presenting these roles, start being in indie films, and you get some random 20-year-old nigga you never heard before in the damn role.
Now we going back in time. David is just the start. He's Superman. You Superman for life.
You need to be Superman instead of do Kingdom Come. I've heard people say that should be the end game for this like wave of actors. Let it all be them as old as possible with very meaningful stories on some like Tony, Steve, say your goodbyes. New niggas coming afterwards.
That means take care of yourself, take care of your health. that mean like
Don't
type
be saying
shit.
no crazy slurs.
Don't be-
Watch your
Don't
mouth,
be in the
please.
news
Yo, I
for
swear.
fighting in your relationship.
If I find out this nigga David puts his hands on anybody or says any crazy shit online, I'm not gonna hold you. Burn that nigga. Burn that nigga.
Burn that nigga. Don't even arrest that nigga. Burn that nigga. Hell no,
yeah,
bro.
not gonna lie, because that's crazy. You're Superman. What are you doing?
Please, bro. Shamik, you don't understand. Shamik did irreparable damage to my core.
God.
That covering that
As a
video was
black
not
man-
funny. That
As
shit
a
did
black man having
irreparable
to sit and
damage.
watch that shit, I was like,
Live? Nigga, I saw that shit before it was even a topic. I saw him like, wait, Shamik, you posting Lori? I've never even like had a conversation with Shamik. Why
And
would
you know-
do this?
And
and
I
you know,
end up
I wouldn't
married.
have been mad at. Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad at him if she had not said, by the way, like I hit him up about taking it down. And it's kind of like, I mean, maybe the same way you don't answer your phone, maybe he didn't answer his phone, but also again, I just
He ain't got
you made
shit.
us look
What else
bad.
is he doing? He ain't got shit else on his
Oh, what the
phone.
fuck is that nigga doing, bro? Listen, bro, I've been watching niggas IMDb.
He don't got
I've been
no
trying to pay attention to
other-
that nigga.
He don't got no other notifications on that phone.
Well, he be campaigning to be
Oh.
Miles in live action, and we'd be like, Shamik, please.
Shamik.
We don't-
I fuck
we-
with a nigga though. I fuck with a nigga. You know Miles Morales. You know
I
the
fuck
touch.
with him heavy. I just he made he set black men back for a little bit. Nerdy black men specifically. I'm like,
Yo, and then sinners use that as promotion. I want you niggas to know that. They were having press things between Haley and Michael. So, how does Michael make you feel? Oh, I feel so comfortable around him, and it makes me so happy. And I'm like, you niggas are doing this in the middle of Shamik looking like a fucking fool.
For
I
him,
need
for
this
them not
be
to
more than I
cast
do a
Shamik
vampire
either.
nigga.
I need what's the tea on Shamik in Hollywood, because he don't get casted in nothing, and he like
Ever since Dope in Spider-Verse, I don't be seeing that nigga in anything else. I'm sorry.
Stop it. See, I'm not even a Shamik fan, but stop it. You did Wu-Tang. He did a great job in Wu-Tang. Great portrayal on Wu-Tang. And I don't watch it. I don't watch it. But recently, he did get cast in Power. Shamik does not do that. That's nasty. Shamik is a great actor. He's a great actor. Shamik is a great actor.
Shamik is a great actor.
I fuck with you, Shamik. I
Oh
fuck with you
my
heavy.
goodness.
But please
like
just
Shamik.
stay in the booth and read your lines and
Yeah.
stop trying to date your co-star. Just go get another chick, bro. It's fine. Like
That was
Wait
nasty.
until the movies.
man.
Wait until
Go
the
get a
movies
dancer
over,
for
my
it.
nigga. It's something else, man. I don't like living in this world where I gotta watch out for my niggas, dude. Back in the day, you came out with that movie and I watched it, bitch. Nowadays, I gotta hear that you touched some fucking person's daughter. What are you doing? What are you doing? Please, you're supposed to be Spider-Man or Batman or whatever the fuck you are, bro. It's hit a point. It's hit a point.
yeah.
now.
So David, keep your nose fucking clean.
Oh
Keep
God.
it clean.
Oh God.
Keep it clean like Superman. Be the Boy Scout that you were meant to be. You signed up to be Superman. You better be a Boy Scout for real.
My
I
Superman do a little line or two. He could do
Oh
it.
hell.
He got a little fun. He got a little fun. I ain't
He
gonna
said,
say
he said,
line.
you can celebrate, David. You had a good movie. You can get a little fucked up
Yeah,
tonight, man.
I ain't tripping. Superman do a little line or two.
Oh, brother.
A little
He
louder.
could
She
do
was crazy.
You better break the box office. He could do a little line or two. I ain't hating about
He
that.
said, hit that Billy, you can do a line, nigga. You know what? That's some real standards right there.
Hey,
That's some real standards.
RDJ was doing heroin, and we let it slide. My Superman.
To be
My
fair,
Superman.
I was a child. I didn't know. I just saw RDJ. I just saw RDJ in Shaggy Dog playing in the courtroom. He was the one who was in the courtroom against Homeboy. I think that was the movie. And then I didn't even find out that RDJ was in Shaggy Dog until after I had seen Iron Man. And I was like, I went back and watched Shaggy Dog. I was like, oh, that's who played Iron Man, which is crazy because that movie came from. But I didn't know about the drugs. I actually didn't even know what drugs he was doing till much later in life.
Nigga, them interviewers made that shit too public. They tried to embarrass that nigga at times. Like, hey, remember when you were on drugs? How does it feel to not be on drugs now and to be Iron Man? Yo, asking a nigga a question like that is some wicked work when you're trying to do press for a fucking Marvel movie. My nigga, you're trying to get questions about, oh, so how's the suit like? What's the diet like? A nigga says, how was the drugs you took 20 years ago? There's a point. That hits a point, bro.
Heroin specifically.
Keep letting us know. Because I'm not
Joke, I don't even know if he did heroin. Honestly, I don't. I'm throwing the drug around.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't even know if
believing
that's a
the
fact.
fuck out of you.
Man, nah, I don't know.
Oh my god.
I just said a drug. The first drug
So
that came to
throw the
my mind.
worst one out there.
The
Oh,
first thing that came to your mind was H.
Nah.
she said
If
coke.
we
My
were
bad,
talking
my
about
fault.
drugs,
My fault.
niggas talking about drugs. He said, I thought about
Hey,
spoons.
That's getting
listen,
close.
he's a lawyer for Shamik misrepresentation for Robert. It's all good, bro. It's all good. We see the bias. We see the bias.
It's
We see the
okay.
Nah, I
bias.
just
Stand with
watched
the people.
F1. My boy Damson, you know,
Yeah, I'm saying yeah.
Franklin. You know,
Yo, I already know that's my next Black Panther. I'll take that. I'll
movie
take
by the
that.
way. Jesus,
You said what?
boring movie.
Oh,
Jesus,
I liked F1.
Jesus.
I liked it, but
Jesus.
whatever.
Great acting,
Mercedes.
but never like Cars.
Oh.
Worst Pixar movie. Never like
So
Cars.
what
I
the
can tell you that.
Yo, I
Why
found my
did you go
peoples.
to the
I
car?
found my peoples. I found my
Cars
people.
hater.
Cars 1, 2, and 3. Okay, no, 3 gets a slide because it's the end.
3?
3 gets a slide
knows
because it's
the
the end.
three?
Nigga, there's a 3. That nigga's spirit dies. He doesn't die, but his spirit dies. So that's good enough for me. But no, I don't like them Cars movies. I thought they were the worst thing Pixar made.
Well,
Sorry.
I've recently gotten into F1, so Damson, you did your thing.
You gonna be Black Panther. Well, I ain't gonna hold you. Shuri, you can still be Black Panther. Girl, I loved you. I love
Bring
you.
him to the
But
DC.
Damson,
Bring him to DC. He don't need to get into Marvel. Let him have
who the
peak.
fuck?
Let him have
Who wanted
peak.
DC?
Who the fuck is he about to be in DC, nigga?
I'm sure James Gunn can he could be like Martian Manhunter or something. Like make him young.
You're blind. You're blind. You're
He's
blind.
going
Yeah.
to have. He gonna be green anyway. So what the fuck would it matter? Bald.
Green.
They
Nigga,
could've made him
John's a
Jon Stewart,
nigga.
honestly, I don't know how I feel about Pierre being Jon Stewart. Ain't gonna lie.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you.
I
That
watched
conversation.
Revolution. He need to be Jon Stewart.
Technically,
I
this
watched
video is like
Revolution.
Superman and the DCU talk. So like that conversation.
I'm about to say, did your recording die when?
Nah, it's still going.
That's fucking hilarious.
The conversation
sitting here
about Aaron being John, I understand the dark skin point. I absolutely do, especially since all of us as Black people, we know what it's like for our skin color to literally be lightened for promotion.
Hey, wait a
Like-
second. Hold on. See, like I'm winter coated right now, so don't because somebody gonna look
Winter
like
coated in the middle of July.
that
Hilarious.
little nigga. I don't go outside. What the fuck?
Nah, she a nigga. We all niggas. But I understand that some people are upset that he's a little lighter of a nigga and playing a darker nigga. Personally, unfortunately, I don't sit in DC studios. I can't make that decision.
So
I mean,
I
is he like? I'm trying to think.
Here's my
I mean,
thing.
he's light skin, right? Like he's not
No,
me. When I
here's-
say
here's
I'm
my-
winter coated, I mean like I could be darker. Like I could, if I was literally outside all the time, I would be looking like a lot darker than I do. I'm literally
He's
an
like a
inside
caramel
bitch.
macchiato. He's like
So
caramel.
here's my thing, because I am the unpopular opinion probably. First of all, people started showing pictures. They were like, y'all were picking the most like he's lit up with lights pictures because like he's brown. He's not. He is light skinned because he got light skin eyes.
So he
But,
like my color.
He got them green eyes. But yeah, like he brown though. Like but so I watched Rebel Ridge first of all, and it was actually fairly recently. Good movie. And the thing is, people got to understand. Because the colorist conversation is important. However, also thinking about the business at the time, when you looked at, he had the buzz of Mufasa. He was in Rebel Ridge, and I hadn't seen it back then, but having watched it now, seeing what he did in an action role, and also everyone was talking about him. Maya, get your peoples, get the women. Y'all was on the timeline eating him
that boy
up.
up.
Aaron
Eating that boy
Pierre,
up.
that's Mufasa. Then we mad when he get cast as Green Lantern, but they pick also based off of who are people
at the time,
talking about.
at the time, I
He
mean,
was a rising name.
depending
at
on
the time.
I was gonna say depending on like who else other like black men actors, but he could also got somebody who niggas saying no for real like.
Projection side note, we don't have to get into a little Mufasa terrible movie. Terrible.
Hey,
Haven't
listen,
seen it.
the young Mufasa part and the brother song, that shit kind of hit though.
This is my
That shit
brother.
kinda hit.
But Scar and all,
No. Scar lost me for it.
But
No.
Aaron Pierre, I personally, when I watched Rebel Ridge, I was like, I'm ready to see him as Green Lantern. I agree that the colorist conversation is to be had. I personally did not feel like his casting was that though.
Those
I
colors.
don't think they cast him because he light skinned. I think they cast him because he's the one everyone's talking
Because
about right
because
now.
like now my
Fair.
question about the whole like winter coat thing though is like, isn't Jon Stewart like your color, JP? Like is like,
Yeah.
so like, you know, like not for nothing, if Aaron is just winter coated, like the nigga don't be outside like that for real. For all we know, he could be like a shade darker in the movie, and not just because
And that's
they're
what people
filming
were
like
saying.
outside. Yeah, like
People showed two pictures, like the picture that everyone was saying like he's too close to being white to be Jon Stewart, and then a picture of him not like with lights blasted on him, and they were like, this nigga is like light brown, like he
Like,
come
Gotta
on, he just got
agree.
green,
No.
he got green eyes, which don't
I
help.
do,
but
I do think like in that aspect of just how Jon Stewart looks, there could have been maybe he's gonna use his green eyes as like the power up, like they're just gonna be forever green.
I mean,
but-
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They might have done it because you know what, you got green eyes already. We don't got to CG the shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to CG the green eyes.
I gotta agree with JP though. I don't think especially in the current state of where DC is being held now. Superman was a very political movie. Like the way Maxwell Lord came out and said, "I think the one thing liberals and conservatives can agree on is Lex Luthor fucking sucks." Like that. This movie clearly, not movie, but this universe, this franchise clearly knows that it wants to honor these characters and what these writers have written with them. So if a character is a conservative asshole, when they're in a movie or on a show, they're going to be a conservative asshole. If a character stands up for everybody's civil rights, then they're going to do that in the movies and the shows. And I feel like with that in mind, the people making these movies and shows cannot be as bigoted as they were back when like Ray Fisher and all them niggas was in the DC universe. So I don't think Aaron's casting had anything to do with, oh, you're a light looking nigga and all the other niggas was dark, so you get in there, bitch.
Wait,
It was
hold on,
because your rising name.
Let's just wait. Let's just look at this.
It was like, look at the dichotomy of a man. Like, I mean,
Hold on.
Let me see. Hold on.
And the thing
I
is,
don't know. Like, I don't know. This one might have been.
no, that's what I'm saying though.
Let
They
me
used that
see.
photo, but then look at him in Rebel Ridge. I mean,
I don't know,
that
man.
nigga is like
This nigga is light skinned.
that nigga like
He's
though.
skinny. He light skinned as fuck. Like,
Is he mixed? Let me see.
I don't think he mixed, but like I mean, like I guess, but like
No, I don't want AI
that's
mode. Don't
still
do
like a light skinned ass nigga.
that nigga. He Afro Caribbean. See, look at that. That's
I
crazy.
don't know. I think, damn. Let me look at Jon Stewart real quick.
He is Jamaican, Curaçaoan, and Sierra Leonean.
What? Oh, I mean, he a nigga. I mean, it's something.
See, look how they
right?
using his little glowing eyes.
I told you, that's what I'm saying. They capitalizing off the green. They said we cast him by eye color.
That is fuck, bro.
I mean, maybe Jon Stewart is like a light skin in the animated universe. Maybe that's what James Gunn is casting by.
I'm dead as fuck, bro. Please, but
I think we need to. I think personally, sometimes we got to remember as Black folk, even within just Black, not even including mixed, we got a spectrum of color. Because everything I'm seeing, this nigga, whatever his lightness come from, it come from hella recessive.
Oh yeah,
Them
he
niggas-
definitely a nigga, but like I'm just looking at this nigga, like this nigga.
That's a nigga,
He definitely a light
Nigga in
skin.
the field. That nigga in the field.
That's my Jon Stewart. That's my Jon
Here,
Stewart.
he putting
I
the
will
drapes.
say,
That's my
as
Jon
someone-
Stewart.
He making
As
the
someone who came up
lemonade.
on Justice League Unlimited, this is my Jon Stewart. And again, like while I would have maybe like to see someone who looks close to him, I also just am like, I want to see Jon Stewart on screen. I'm not really, I don't know.
I understand both sides of the conversation. I just feel like people come to the conversation with good faith. I don't think it's anything about, hey, you're a person with lighter skin complexion, you got the role.
I see it.
I really do hope
Y'all don't
everybody
see
can
it?
see past it.
We
So,
don't
no, I
see
see the vision. I see the vision for him
no.
being
He's
John.
just saying I don't think that's why he was cast. Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't,
no. I'm saying though, like I mean, I know why he's cast. Look at him. He got glowing
Now,
green eyes.
I don't agree with the nigga they casted for Howard Jordan. That's an old ass dude. I'm sorry. Was it Kyle Chandler? Hey man, sorry, that dude's a little old to play the damn Howard Jordan. Look at that nigga.
Hal Jordan's dying. That's my only why he's so old. He's dying. I think they're
No,
gonna kill him.
but dead ass, look how old this nigga is, bro. And he's
They
about to be
killing him.
Hal Jordan.
He's dying.
Yo, it's about to be Guy, Kyle, and John. Because they ain't about to be no Hal, bro.
Mhm.
Look at this nigga, bro. That nigga was in the King Kong movie with Jack Black in the 2000s. This nigga
Oh
is
my
old.
god, he been
Well, I mean,
my
we never
man.
really like get to experience Hal Jordan when he's like old, which is a little like
Oh, I was
confusing
saying.
in my mind for Superman and Clark. Like he's older than
Mm.
Clark. Like I feel like we see these niggas hang out with, mind you, the fucking actor who plays Guy is the voice of Hal in the DC animated universe. So I thought that
Yes.
was like I don't know why they ain't just give him Hal for real, for real. I could have fucked with him. He funny.
They can make this how Parallax or something like that.
Yeah. Mm.
Mm. We do need everybody to be relatively the same age, in my opinion. I do hope Batman, when he is, if it's not Pattinson, if they put in the Batman, I kind of want him to be pre-established and at least be like 3 years possibly older than Clark, like a little bit older than Clark, but old enough to where he's been Batman before David's been Superman. But don't make him too much of a skeptic. We don't need to do a
Oh,
Ben
look,
Affleck part
it's
2.
y'all favorite.
That's
It's
very
y'all
Who is y'all?
favorite.
I
Definitely
mean, like,
not
look at
mine.
the hair, bro. That shit is crazy. Look at this nigga's
Yo,
whoop de whoop, bro. What
know
the
how-
fuck?
They
You know
both
how
have the
long it has
look.
been?
I always like Henry Cavill. He has the look. I could say he got the cheekbones.
They be making him play the same stoic character though, because he in The Witcher does the same look.
Look,
I do love Henry Cavill though. I totally forgot until like recently because a clip surfaced about the fucking courthouse scene, like everybody blow up and he just aura farms. So when you said that earlier, I was like, oh my god,
Terrible.
he did just straight aura farm.
Maybe one of his worst moments.
no, it's
I don't
not
want to
good.
see him as Wolverine. I said it.
That better not happen. I hope that was a little cutaway, throwaway joke. Hey
Again,
man.
Deadpool and
Yeah,
Wolverine.
give it a ding.
Here's where I know we keep on doing this, but Deadpool and Wolverine lost to me in the conversation when people said that was a 10 out of 10, but then like said Captain America Brave New World wasn't good. I was like, one of those is a better actual movie, and there's only one
There's
right answer of that.
there's no universe where I'm gonna hold you. If I'm being honest, I think both movies let me down. And I think in the terms of Marvel, like disrespecting intentionally Anthony
Yo,
Mackie's
she is
movie.
really on this right now.
God, no, stop trying to roast this
I'm
nigga for
not
this
trying to
nigga Zack can't
roast
tell your
him.
Wi-Fi,
I
bro.
don't give a fuck. The fuck? Get a movie above fucking 50% on Rotten Tomatoes and then come talk to me, nigga. Like I don't want to hear shit else. And the
Nah.
fucking Snyderverse movies don't count. But I was gonna say, like, I personally do prefer that nigga's outfit more. Like I don't know. I think people hate the collar. I think the collar's cute.
The collar grew on me.
I didn't even really notice that there was collar, no collar. So like, this is the type of thing where I'd be like, why are people complaining about this shit? Like, what are you doing?
I mean,
Each superhero Superman outfit, after Superman Returns, nigga, they all like different. Even
Man of
Superman
Steel,
Lows.
Man of Steel's going for like that futuristic, like sci-fi look. Like,
yeah.
Hell yeah. Trying to be all like cool, like not like edgy, but trying to be cool. So
I think
taking off the underwear, making it tight, giving it abs.
There was definitely a time where this was like cute, but
You know what it is? It's that TASM era, that the Amazing Spider-Man era of them super skin tight outfits to where you see niggas like, not even just the muscle, like you see niggas like the fabric kind of moving a little bit, but it's still skin tight. That was an era of superhero costumes. And then it went away.
That's definitely what it was for sure.
Because look at that
It's the exact
shit.
same.
look at this
You
shit.
see like the literal like movement of the stretch of the suit itself. Yeah.
And trying to make it cool by adding, certain layers and lines that have never been on that motherfucking suit before ever.
TASM 1 suit go hard though. I don't know why people put TASM 2 suit over it.
What? You were drunk. The TASM 2 suit is the best, like top 3 Spider-Man outfits we've ever seen.
You're
With our eyes.
drunk.
I don't mind it. TASM 2 suit, the eyes always look disproportionate for me.
Oh God, look at that outfit. Ew. Ugh.
I
It looked
will
like
say the
like
yellow
like a
eyes was too
mousetrap.
much on the TASM one too. Damn, it
Yes.
really is the same when she just went back and forth there. It really was like that era.
Telling you, bro. Even the X-Men caught a glimpse of it for a little bit, but then they let that shit like fly to the wind. I don't know what happened.
This
Ah,
is
bro.
insane. Wow, we finally got a good Superman movie.
Finally, it's such a hilarious.
And it's crazy. Niggas are confident in saying Man of Steel is better, and I'm sitting here like, oh shit.
You're dumb.
Smoking
Like,
crack. You're literally
Like-
smoking like.
Like,
Again,
shit, bro.
you can say the first flight scene. That's literally all I can really think of that was that great from Man of Steel. I am not gonna lie to y'all. I don't remember anything besides him killing Zod, the first flight, and Pa Kent.
this shit's so good and loaded in good quality. Unlike the rest of this fuck ass nigga.
Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord.
Oh my god, look at this. This is my Superman.
I'm not gonna hold you. The suit grew on me, bro. I was a hater at first. I was like, that shit look ugly as fuck. All them damn lines, a collar. I saw that shit in the first trailer. I literally woke up. I was drunk as fuck. Had a hangover. It felt like Clark when he was in the ice. When I saw that suit, my body physically couldn't contain itself. I was like, whoa, this shit looks beautiful. I think I'm about to start crying. And I cried. I'm gonna keep real.
They're so comfortable with Superman that nigga threw a can at his head.
Because he knew he wasn't gonna do shit. Which is so funny, right? Oh, he's gonna take over the world, but we're not scared of this nigga though. Like we're clowning this nigga and throwing shit at him and cussing him out. But he's got a secret harem to take over the world. What?
To the little Negro child that they put on the news talking about I used to be a Superman fan.
Oh my
but
God.
after, why would you represent our people like that? We was not gonna give up on Superman. Like, we was not gonna give up on Superman.
Propaganda suits. We know propaganda, nigga. Got your back, son.
That's again why I said it was such a good jokey commentary on like the state of how shit be online. People will see, and the apology will never be as loud as the mistake. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like the show me and you Maya watching with that whole Sierra shit, I was like, all right, bro, like, come on now. And that's that when I watched Superman and I saw how everyone turned on him so quick. They had Homeboy, who I think the guy, I might be wrong, the other person at the Daily Planet, he was played by Christopher Reeve's son, correct?
Yes.
I know Christopher Reeve's son was in the movie. The one who took the pen off and threw it down because he's like, Superman is nothing of what I thought he was, off of like this one headline. Like, what?
He was never
Y'all
a real
don't even-
Superman fan. But that's what
Ain't
I'm
nobody
saying.
fact checking.
That's
Yeah,
not Spider-Man
real
fans.
fans.
That's
That's
what
not Spider-Man life.
like not even just like real fans. That's what I'm saying. Like about like his character as Superman. He hasn't developed that status of who, like, he represented the immigration story of like people who come from a background and are judged based off of that, but have no contextual culture to that. That's like when they call us Africans and they completely dismiss the fact that we're also Americans as well. Like, I don't know shit about Africa for real. I was raised here. That nigga don't know shit about Krypton, but he promoted himself as Superman to them as this Kryptonian who's came from peace. And then on the fucking news, your family is talking about harems and shit.
Just having please. Nah, that shit was crazy.
Lex said he's grooming us.
Nah, that shit had me laughing. That shit had me laughing, boy. You know what's crazy? No, saying all of that made me think of a post I saw today talking about mutants and mutates and how in the Marvel universe, depending on how human you look, is how much love you're given. If you're a mutant, regardless, burn in fucking hell. But if you're a mutate and you look like a human, man, hell yeah, and give him some money. Get this nigga a sponsor. Make this nigga the team of the Fantastic Four. But then the thing, you funny, right? Okay, he's funny. He's my nigga. So it's like, you have to look like a human. Like, the Hulk is literally a mutate. Spider-Man is a mutate. Mm-hmm. Because Spider-Man looks like a human, well, has the characteristics of a human being, New York kind of praises him at times. Hulk looks like a monster, literally ripped from the pages of, like, Frankenstein. So people are afraid of him. With Superman, that immigration story truly was beautiful. This nigga looks like a white boy. So of course you guys are gonna be like, yay!
Assimilate really easily.
We're not gonna
even
question
though
anything.
not one of them.
Forged papers from Kansas. Nigga, you're so fucking lucky. You're so fucking lucky, nigga.
Woke. But yeah,
Super woke.
Superman's too woke. But you know, the episode of Smallville where he's helping an immigrant kid, and he literally calls out his mom, who's like, I can't remember if she was a lawyer or a judge or whatever, she's paralegal, and he was like, "Was it right when you forged my adoption papers?" She was like, "You got to go through the right legal channels, Clark." And he was like, "Did you go through legal channels when you forged my adoption papers?" He was like, "I have to help this kid. He just wants to see his mom, and he's literally me. I am just afforded the privilege that y'all forged my stuff because my circumstances are different, but they're not really different." But you know,
Exactly.
but Superman's turned woke in this movie.
You
He's
know,
not been
Dean Cain
overtly
did this shit
political.
too.
Mine.
Dean Cain in My Adventures of Superman and Lois. I didn't watch the show, but a clip has been surfacing where they literally had a whole episode about Superman being labeled as an immigrant because the police asked him, "Hey, bro, you just committed a crime. Where's your
Oh
green card?" And
yeah.
he goes, "Green card." They go, I'm telling nigga, you're not from here. Where's your citizenship?" And there's this whole thing where like cameras start swarming this nigga, like, "Yo, Superman's an immigrant," and it's like, this nigga, the actor who plays this nigga, is talking about Superman's too woke and fuck this and fuck. You literally played this nigga, and you had an episode where they called you an immigrant, talking about green cards. There's a hard dissonance
Yeah, I
within
see
people
that clip.
now.
I'll send it to you.
That comment, I need that, yeah,
No,
because
it's
that's
sad. It's a hard pressure way. People don't want to. It's Maya made a point to me when I saw Superman. She texted me and goes, "I need your thoughts now." And she said something that has been sticking with me. And when I go see my rewatch, it's probably going to stick with me even further. There's this weird thing about needing to be negative. Like, I don't want to put in the
Ooh.
work to be nice because that's too much work. You know how people say, "Oh, I don't keep up with politics," because they don't want to do the work to find out how many people. Oh, yeah, she better use the bathroom or something. They don't want to find out how many people are dying. I was like, it's a daunting task at times, but then you can't portray yourself to be this caring warrior who stands up for things, and I care about when things go bad. But then when people ask you, okay, what's your opinion on this, or how do you get down like this, you go, well, I'm closed-minded, or everything's black and white, and I don't even know the context of anything. Superman challenges you to kind of be like, nigga, take a little bit of responsibility and at least certain things, no information about, give a fuck about. Nobody's asking you to like stand in front of the bullet, but like change the perspective, change the narrative. And real deal, like, come on, look at this day and age of technology. We got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can communicate with a nigga on anything. But I told you, we allow niggas to keep on living in the same dumbass space. I told you, Miles Morales isn't Spider-Man. Yeah, that same tweet gets blown up every fucking year. Niggas quote tweeting it. Oh, this nigga's bullshitting. We gotta leave that shit, man.
Honestly, I don't even know what woke means anymore. I think it lost its meaning. To be honest,
It has
I really,
completely been
I think
usurped
woke is
and
a
lost.
slur now. They use it as a
No,
slur.
dead ass. It's a slur, nigga. Like, it makes no fucking
People say
sense.
woke when they just want to say it's too fucking black and nigga-ish.
Too
Black and
gay,
gay
too
or
gay,
whatever the
too
fuck, son.
anything I don't like is woke. Like I think it lost its meaning. I think woke just means something I just don't like, and it's just like you could not like something, but using this word woke is like, what are you trying to say? Do you
It
not
gets
like immigrants? Just say
exhausting.
you don't like immigrants. Just say you
You know,
don't
like
like black people.
immigrants,
Just
gay
say you
people,
don't like
black people.
gays. Don't try to
Bro,
don't
bro.
generalize it to say it's too woke. It's trying to push something. Nah,
Son.
you are
Say what you really
homophobic.
mean. Say it with
Yeah,
your
you're
chest.
racist. You're homophobic. Like for Ironheart, where they had like a trans villain on there. They're like,
Mm.
Marvel, what are you doing? This is too woke. Damn, niggas is not gay in the MCU. Ni- ni- ni-
Son,
what-
son.
like, what are we talking about? Niggas not
Like my
gay in New
nigga,
York,
damn. And like
Chicago.
my thing with even that character, and even Zelma. So Zelma is played by Reagan Aaliyah. Shout out Reagan Aaliyah. Funny enough, I've just now circled back to find out the actress for Zelma in Ironheart, the witch, or you know, wizard, whatever she does. She blew up on TikTok with some of her rap videos. She would make her own little freestyles to some stuff. And I didn't realize that, like, I was already privy to this person, and now seeing like, oh, she's in the MCU is crazy full circle moment. But even in showing she gets to be represented, but like I don't know anything about if Zelma has sexual orientation really portrayed in the comics, but she's wearing a lot of pride stuff. And Reagan Aaliyah, I believe, is actually queer. And so that's one of those things of like representation is the normalization. And so that character just existing and being a smart tech person who is a criminal, it's like nothing is made about that character being that way at all. Whether, I don't know if the character was supposed to be transgender or if it was just they decided they were feminine presenting, non-binary, queer, whatever. The fact that it's like that person is this, just exists and is a part of this team of criminals or whatever. There was nothing about like there wasn't even anything trying to like preach anything to you about that character's, you know, decisions, orientation, gender identity. It just, the character just existed.
Being black is crazy. Like I keep thinking about what Renzo said earlier
Being black is crazy.
because like when he said that Star Wars shit, it really does hit like seeing it with your own eyes. And like it's like, you know, so you know, white people, they don't really experience it, or they think they do, it's like in a joking manner. Like, oh, they're erasing our culture by making a white girl from How to Train Your Dragon a light skinned girl. Whatever. Like, if you think that's stealing your culture, I need you to wake up. But like for us and any marginalized community, I think it's a little sad that like we can't enter real conversations because there's a gay person in Star Wars. What the fuck they doing here? There's a black person in Marvel. What the fuck they doing here? There's a trans person. How is everybody straight, black, or white? How, or not even black? How is everybody straight, white, and Christian? You gonna sit up here and tell me that's life? What the fuck are we talking about? Like, it's sad to like.
Mind you, this is
have
an
people
incredible
act like this.
depiction of live action like casting. Just wanted to say that.
He looked 1-to-1.
Bro, them Scandinavian niggas came out the woodworks too. They said, hey, all white people in America, stop misrepresenting our culture as if we're fucking savage, fucking blade lickers. They're like, them niggas made songs and curled each other's hair, bro. Look at that shit,
Sentiment
though,
with
man.
like race or like sexual orientation for like established character. Like say like I know there was talks of making a Superman Black movie. So with that, I do have a problem with that. Making Clark Kent black. I feel like that's a slap in the face. I feel like it's a lazy thing to where like instead of making Peter Parker black, we have a whole established new character, Miles Morales, who has a Latino and black background. I do think it is lazy and just kind of like giving a cookie to like, hey, look, we made Peter Parker black. You got a black on make a
Joker,
whole
you muted.
put the work in, make a
Oh,
new
shit.
character, make a whole new background, and actually have care for it. When you just switch a character's race but keep the same name, to me, it's a little bit lazy. So, but that's not as in I can't have a black Kryptonian. No, we can have a black Kryptonian, but to make Clark Kent back, I feel like it is lazy. But I think when people they don't word it like that, they word it as I don't want no nigga Kryptonian.
Well, the
Ni-
problem was with Black
Niggas can't be
Superman.
Man of Steel.
The
No, that
problem with Black
is.
Superman, it wasn't a black Clark Kent. I think that's what Joker has pulled up. Like, it was a
It was
different
Val's.
character.
No, but even then, he was right. There were two prospects brought up. There was a Steven Spielberg one, and then a Michael B. Jordan one. One where it was Clark Kent, and then the other one where it was Val Zod. Both got scrapped because WB producers at the time thought it was way too woke to produce.
Gotcha.
Like
My,
Harry Potter, Snape being black. It's like to me, I feel like you know what you're doing. Like, why are you doing that though? You know what you're doing. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't take away from the story.
What's that picture?
Like, like it doesn't take away from the story whether Snape is black, white, Latino. It doesn't take away from the story. So I don't really care, but I do when it's like on the nose, like you know the
does
reaction.
become okay. I know what you mean. Where race does become part of his character now.
Yeah,
I
like
can
you
see
know what
that.
you're doing. You know the reaction is
Hold
gonna
up,
get.
Dean.
This is not an
Bro,
empowering thing you're trying to do. You know this actor is gonna get specific hate because they have an ideal of Snape is Alec Rittman's portrayal of
the
Snape. Like
the
emo white man. So
I know exactly what you mean.
my thing too with the Harry Potter stuff. Are you now making Harry black? And the reason I say that is because then you start getting into a different dichotomy of if she's white and Snape's black, and then James, if James is also white, now is he bullying because of racism and half-bloodness? Like, what are we? I
No,
don't know.
there's
slippery
an
slope.
issue. There's an issue with us in fiction, whether that's new characters or we take the slots of characters that are white. I feel like no matter what, we really won't win Cause when we make a new character like Miles Morales, they still get hatred for it. When we make characters who were white in something black, whether that's Annie or anything past it, we're told that we're stealing culture. I feel like realistically, there is no correct way. All you can do is just try to make something authentic. To where if you do want to make a message about a character who was white and now they're put in a black perspective, please don't let it be preachy. Or if it is going to be preachy, let it have a meaningful message. Don't let it just be because, oh, I'm black, randomly the police. So I ain't gonna hold you. One thing I hate about the Falcon and Winter Soldier, why the fuck did the Falcon get pulled over by the police when this nigga saved the fucking world? My, hey, yo. Racism is bad. I get it. Cops look at black people, you all look the same. This nigga saved the world.
Force.
This
Force.
this nigga saved the world and is recorded history.
It's recorded history.
Nigga, you know Sam Wilson, nigga.
Bro, there's museums about these niggas and fucking Netflix documentaries. And Spider-Man Far From Home, they got whole documentaries about the snap and what happened after that.
Well,
So
because
that
guess
nigga-
what? Them niggas is white.
But like,
Who
and
looking
what
out
really
for?
bothered
Who looking
me,
out for Sam for the Falcon? That's a nigga on the team. They don't give a fuck about him.
So
Let's be for real.
But then Rhodey gets the success. But then
Rhodey
Rhodey has
is
a
in
lot
the
of
fucking
success.
'Cause he was the
military.
military.
He's in the fucking
Yeah, it was
military,
the
and he's best
othering.
friends with a billionaire, a white billionaire. What are we talking
He
about?
betrayed the military 2 times.
Best friends with a white
allowed
billionaire. And Tony, and this is like when niggas be like, Tony Stark hacked
They-
the Pentagon
Nah.
at 13. He didn't need money. How'd he stay out of jail? The money.
But then the
living.
thing with Rhodey is Rhodey does, even in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, give that he's the black man who kind of was playing ball and all that stuff with the government, with the officials.
He the cool.
But with what you did say, I hated the police portrayal in Falcon and the Winter Soldier simply off of the fact, again, it goes down to context and usage rather than, you can tell when something was written from a perspective of understanding, in my opinion, where they were in that neighborhood and how everybody even looked and came outside when the police came. Nobody was calling the cops in that neighborhood over them yelling for not even 30 seconds. They had just walked outside yelling, and then they were like, a neighbor called the cops. And I was just like, but the way that y'all are portraying this neighborhood, these are a bunch of people who wouldn't call the cops. So like, it's not being executed very
Established
well.
it was a community. No, correct. Yeah, they said they showed the block coming up. The kid was literally like, "Hey, it's the Black Falcon." And he goes, "Is it because I'm black?" He goes, "Yeah." And it's like that community didn't have a sense of like, "Yo, what's up with these 2 niggas
I
walking
think it's
around?"
the
you know?
concept though of like over patrolling in like black neighborhoods and then trying to like justify it just because you see like a white person there, like why you're doing sneaky shit. Because here's my thing is like, I would agree with Marvel forcing certain storylines if Black Panther didn't exist, and the entire concept of the reason Killmonger was also angry was that the Wakandians wasn't helping niggas. Niggas get treated like shit in America, and y'all niggas is in Wakanda talking about some black people only, but y'all not over here helping the people. That was a big play inside of Killmonger's character, what made people even relate and love him, especially at the time that it was dropped. So obviously the concept of race still can't just be like washed out and erased, because
Absolutely.
Killmonger, you know, he acknowledged that niggas can't even go to school
Racism.
over here.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
So,
No, you're right. You're right.
so, and I feel like Sam Wilson has never been in his own story. Black people have never been the center of Marvel since Black Panther. It's only in that district, which is why Black Panther tends to feel sometimes like overly black. Like, oh, like, damn, maybe they really trying a bit too hard, but it's not that. It's that we've been living with white people this entire fucking like time, and now we with our own niggas and we comfortable, and it doesn't feel comfortable to somebody else that's not used to being around their own niggas or being around niggas, because you niggas have been around white people this whole time.
To a degree, I see what you're saying, because Black Panther, not even in a acting too black sense, it's authentically black. Like
Yes,
both
that
Wakanda Forever, Wakanda
Yeah,
Forever,
doing his
and Black Panther, you feel what
You
nigga,
get
I'm
it.
Wakandan.
Like, yeah,
You know what I mean?
you fucking get it. It's
You
home.
get it. You get the jokes, the faces, the mannerisms.
But
You
it's
get it
the
as a
people,
black person.
It's the people that are like not black, and then it's also again the black people that try their hardest not to be black, that see that as oversaturation. It's like people were in my comments yelling and screaming about Riri stealing. This is a stereotype on black people. You don't think black people steal? Like there's a portion here, everybody fucking steals. You can steal at any like the stereotype that you have that Riri is a criminal portraying a black stereotype thug when in the base the case of what she's presented with, she has no money, she needs resources, so she does bad people shit to get the fucking money. Like every other fucking character inside of any comic.
Missiles to the fucking Taliban. Just gonna leave it out there.
Yeah, when people were trying to talk about the criminal thing, I'm like, did we forget Age of Ultron where he admitted that he was selling weapons to both sides at some point because they was in fear of going bankrupt or some shit?
Mind you,
So
they,
he was like, oh yeah.
No,
He was like,
Widow,
I
not
know.
Widow.
He was like, I know
Wanda.
Claw. He was like, we used to kind of sell some weapons to him.
mind you,
mercenaries.
right? Like the point that they continuously bring up about Tony Stark's character of how smart he is. He hacked into the Pentagon. That's criminal behavior. What? You're going to prison?
Yeah, because it looks cool that he's doing it. No, yeah, I gonna hold you. This shit stretches to Peter Parker and Shuri. When Wakanda Forever was coming out, and people were like, I don't want Shuri as Black Panther. Bring back Killmonger or recast T'Challa, even though Shuri has become Black Panther in the comics before. It was interesting that the reasoning in cases for it were she's not a fighter. She doesn't get down in the field like that. She's never trained, so it's going to be weird for her to get in the film like that, get down. When have we ever seen Peter Parker go to a gym? Ever. Ever.
The fucking Sam Raimi, he literally woke up and had abs. Suddenly, he was fucking, and he was like this.
All three of them niggas had abs. Busting niggas' jaws, fighting them off of buildings, fucking combo niggas off of trains. These niggas never hit the gym once. But we allow that shit because it's Spider-Man.
Fucking
Shuri didn't
Steve
have a
Rogers
sequence.
came out of a machine and was a god and then started running really fast. Get out of my face.
No cap. The day he came out that fucking machine, nigga was ripped on day one to kill somebody.
And
what the
we
fuck?
see him maybe do one like crunch and then punch a bag, and we know that that's his workout. He's not doing anything to maintain that build or to be on that level.
That nigga ran barefoot after
Mind
that car,
you,
too.
he wasn't even
swimming.
like he wasn't even really learning shit in the military. Like they treated him like a fucking
They had
joke.
him like a mascot.
He was running, grabbing a flag, and jumped on a grenade. That is the sequence of actions we saw him do, and then the nigga became Jesus Christ in the MCU. So, like, what are we talking about? Like, these characters need to go through these crazy, rigorous, oh, you need to train to fight Namor. Nigga, she still got whooped by Namor. She only beat him because she outsmarted him. When you rewatch that fight, that nigga was working her ass. He flew up into the sky, slammed her ass, stabbed her ass. She only beat him because she outsmarted him. A character trait we saw since Black Panther 1. You know what, though? People gonna act like this. People gonna always say this character can't do this.
Coming back to, we gotta ignore them.
Ignore them! I'm sorry. I can't. I don't know how it's gotten to this point. Now, I think with Ironheart, it's really bad because she's a black girl. It's
Man,
really
I'm
bad
getting
because she's a black
jumped
girl.
because I'm a black girl. I ain't even fucking make this shit.
They
You would
was
think
jumping
the
the
way
fuck
niggas
out
is
of
talking to
mine,
me,
bro.
I made Ironheart. Like that's my
Them niggas
word.
call her everything but a child of fucking God, bro.
Jeez, boy. Talking about some. Oh, they got a video of Robert saying the show's gonna be good. He's showing up for the blacks. What do you?
I love, I'm not gonna lie, someone probably gonna be mad about this. I love the people.
I know what you're gonna
posted and
say.
saying,
Oh my
I
god.
love seeing two black people support each other.
Oh my god, bro. I knew he was talking about Tropic Thunder.
They give Robert Downey Jr. that fucking nigga pass, man, because of Tropic
I
Thunder.
knew it.
Don't say
he was
nigga
saying
though.
that shit.
We love you, Robert Downey. Don't say it though.
He said, "Don't say
it, though.
nigga though." We don't want you to say nigga no more. Shut up, Kendrick, bro.
But yeah, people were like, oh, people were in my comments, oh, he's being paid to say this. He's only doing all this support because they're paying him to support it. I was like, all right, bro, enough.
Say nigga and move on. Just
Bro, real. That's how I feel at this point. We don't need to have explanations anymore. Don't tell me that you dating a black person. Don't tell me you grew up in the hood. Don't tell me that you got the N-word pass from some nigga back in high school. Have the balls to just be that person.
Know what you are. Say the ER.
Fuck it. He said go the extra mile. Go the extra mile, bro. I'm just tired of it, man. Like, especially with like what you said about woke and them generalizing it. When you actually like conversate with them, it's like, okay, why don't you want gay people in this stuff? I ain't got a problem with gay people. Is I don't want this shit forcing down my throat. I'm like, okay, wait. Don't you think a gay person would feel this way about 90% of the MCU, where it's been just like straight couples kissing and fucking for about like 90% of these things? Yeah, but like it's normal.
Until I realized how many white people were in the MCU, like that's when I started being like, wait a second,
Yo,
this is not normal.
I remember I went to see Eternals in the movie theater, and it was that kissing scene of the two men. the visceral disgust I seen of a man in front of me where he just
Yo, I heard a
Oh my God.
Yeah, like-
They want to love too. Jesus
Like, oh my
Christ.
gosh, you would think that people
Yo.
are like forcing them to see shit. Like nobody is forcing you to watch.
They not
nothing.
even fucking.
and
we
even here,
we didn't mind
like
a
yeah,
fucking kiss
like
between Nat and Bruce,
It's
which
not-
was
they're
like
not
some
even
of the most
tonguing it.
awkward shit.
you would think it's Love Island. They're not tonguing it down on nothing. They're just expressing themselves. But Jesus Christ, Lord forbid a man love a man. Like what are we talking about?
what's up, my Love Island about to come out. Yeah. All right.
That nigga-
I forgot about
That
that.
nigga, what, babe? Is Love Island about to come out?
Yes.
Oh
it's supposed
shit,
to
we
be
all
nice.
love
Oh my God. I ain't gonna lie, we gotta wrap this
Oh,
up.
At the
I
end of the
was about to leave my villa. I was about to leave my villa. I gotta watch that.
Literally like 10, 15 minutes.
At
I
the
was
end of
about
the
to leave my
day,
villa. I
at the
gotta
end
see
of the
that.
day, I
They're
think
gonna kick a couple
we-
out tonight. I gotta see that shit.
we ran through some topics. We
and
got
I
some
bet
shit
I'm
done.
betting.
We
I'm betting on Iris.
we have now experienced the I'm about to say Love Island. We have now experienced the Superman, and you can experience the Superman 2 in theaters July 11th. How do you feel? Drop your comments, drop your takes, and shout out to Black people and DC fans everywhere. Boop 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 boop.
What's everybody's name? Because I don't even know if we said all that.
I'm Society made the Joker.
I'm Jay Phrygian. Everybody call me JP. What did you say, Vibranium? Because ain't nobody hear that.
Wait,
Oh, my bad, my bad. I'm Vibranium, Rolex, bitch, and I love Superman.
say your shit,
that's
nigga. You
my
ain't say
dog.
your shit, nigga.
What you mean, my shit?
No,
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, Ren
you.
Okay.